going to be without OG Anunoby. He suffered a hamstring strain in Game 2. You can that's going to be followed up by the Timberwolves and the Nuggets. The defending champs trail 2-0 in that series, heading to Minnesota with tip-off there set for 8:30. The Blitz at Tri-County Meat Market starts right now.
Brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Happy Friday, everybody. And, man, it's a great Friday when you're sitting out in front of Tri-County Meat Market. You've got Flight by Yingling here giving up samples, and you got a big old pit there smoking, rolling some smoke with some so far I've had the pork belly burn-ends, which are fantastic.
Well, I had the fajitas, and they melt in your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they absolutely melt in your mouth. They were that good. But, yeah, it's going to be a great day, and they may have to wheel me out of here at 6 o'clock tonight.
Is that because of the food or the beer?
Well, the beer will come after 6, but because of the food before that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm going to have some Flight by Yingling.
Well,
that goes without saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, Captain Obvious there. But, I mean, and it's funny because you were like, I didn't eat lunch. I hope they have plenty of food. This pit here is taking up 3 parking spots.
It is.
In front of Tri-County Meat Market.
It's a hell of a rig.
It really is. I mean, it's kind of like what you don't have in your backyard.
No.
But it is amazing watching these guys do this. This is, with all the grilling and stuff that I do, you do, you come and you watch these guys and you realize, I don't know crap.
Yeah, we don't know
I mean, just watching the way and the teamwork that they were doing on some things earlier was pretty incredible. And hell, I've only been here 45 minutes or so.
They told me, though, that's available for your if you want to bring that to your backyard, they'll cook for you.
Really?
Sure. In parties, whatever, they'll come out there and help you out.
Yeah, you mean catering? Like you want great barbecue and smoke it on your spot? Let's go.
Yeah, no, they'll bring the whole rig over there.
Yeah.
And right there, bam.
Yeah. Is he available every Saturday?
I don't know if my driveway's big enough.
But
maybe
that wouldn't fit in your backyard.
No, not at all.
That would not fit in your backyard. Although I tell you what, you want to get to know your neighbors, have that thing sitting in your driveway with some meat on it, and you'll get to know every one of your neighbors.
I don't know if I like my neighbors that much, so I don't know if I'll do that.
No, you don't know any of your neighbors because you don't like people. You don't want to meet them.
Well, it's
not those that live near you anyway.
It's not that I don't want to meet them. It's just that I don't make an effort to go meet them. I mean, if it happens randomly, I'm fine with it. But, I'm not going to go, hey, knock on the door. Hey, how you doing? You day going all right? Hey, yeah.
Yeah. You're not going to do that?
No, I'm not doing that. Do you do that?
No.
Exactly.
No, and I'm a little always put off when people do that. They knock on the door. Hey, I just moved in down the street. Cool.
What do they want, a bag of chips?
I don't know. Do you need to borrow some mayonnaise or something? I have no idea. I mean, I know they're trying to be friendly, but at some point I'll see you out in the driveway doing something and visit. But when you knock on the door, I'm probably doing something.
No, well, you're not.
Probably not wanting to. Well, I mean, even if I'm sitting in my recliner watching television, I'm doing something that doesn't necessarily mean I want to go talk to the new neighbor.
No, I don't. It's never been a priority. They have those national night out things. We did that once.
Yeah.
I met all the neighbors, and I figured that was good.
That was good. You haven't seen them again?
I haven't seen them again.
Yeah, I see people at the mailbox every now and then.
Sure, and you say hello.
Well, because some of the crap going on in our neighborhood, I met people at our HOA meeting. The only one I've ever.
I don't blame you. Did you get that straightened out?
Yeah, there will be no speed bumps in our neighborhood.
Very cool. Yeah. Very good. I know my brother was happy about it. He may make an appearance out here today.
Your brother?
Well, he told me he might.
There's free beer and free food. We're going to see all the Reinagels.
Well, we might.
Yes. I mean, you're going to see cousins you didn't know you had out here because it's free beer and free food.
Well, it's not Randy. It's my other brother who will definitely be here, bring the whole family, and probably have to-go boxes.
Well, I mean, he is a Reinagel.
Yes,
it goes that way. In all seriousness, it's Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location. We're having a nice parking lot party. It's Mother's Day weekend. And, restaurants are all going to be packed. You want to grill up. You want to do something nice. They've got a lot of specials here at Tri-County Meat Market. And, of course, you got to sample the food. So we've got the pit out here. We're sampling. Tri-County has their new line of rubs that are out there. So for years, Tri-County has sold seasoned meats of their blends.
Yeah.
And now they bottled them, and you can get them. And even Big Joe's Gourmet Steak Seasoning is here, right? And he'll autograph the bottle for you if you promise not to put it on eBay. That's his only requirement. Not that you're going to get anything on eBay for it, but that's his only requirement is don't put it on eBay.
That picture looks just like him. I don't know who drew that, man, but that's a spitting image of Joe.
I mean, really, that was one of those artists that are down at the carnival.
Yeah, right.
Or
the courthouse, one of the two.
Well, I mean, maybe, yeah. Those trial sketch artist types.
Exactly.
Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You see what he signed my bottle. He was all generic, and I was like, dude, I mean, you got to personalize it.
Well,
so
that's what I said.
He did for me.
Well, he didn't personalize mine.
He told me rub it well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he does that because he knows this bottle will probably, I mean, I'll use it, but they usually use it here when they, season my stuff. Although I have a pretty good rub. Yeah.
I mean.
So Brian and Joe and, all you got to do is ask.
Well, but you don't have them season your steaks when you come in here.
Not the steaks.
No, just like the brisket.
Sure,
you'll have them trim it and season it for you.
Little prime rib, they'll do that.
Yeah.
I have them do that because they got to cut the bone, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm done, I just pull that thing off and it's perfect.
Yep.
All you got to do is ask.
That's it. That's what they're here for.
You just ask.
Full,
they'll do whatever
full
you
service.
want.
That literally is what they do. If you're watching on YouTube, on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel, in a few minutes, we're going to go over there and show video of the meat that's on the grill so you can actually see what we're talking about. If you're not watching on YouTube and you want to see what we're talking about, you actually have to come here to the Tri-County Meat Market location on Huebner Road.
And you should come out here anyway. It's Friday. You can taste some great meat. You can have some Yingling. They've got them all out there. You got flight. You got regular.
Regular is called lager, sir.
Right. The lager.
And then a light lager.
The light lager.
Yes.
But still Yingling, isn't it?
Yes. And they also have other prizes to give away. I see one of those great King of Coolers there. I don't know if we're giving that away or not, but we're going to give that away. Somebody's going to walk away with that, whether they actually work for Yingling or not. Somebody will leave with that. We also have some other barbecue supply kits that they're going to give away. So you can win some great Yingling prizes.
Come on out here. It is just kind of like a front yard or a backyard party out here. People standing around enjoying some nice Yingling and sampling, and you can take care of your Mother's Day festivities while you're here.
Yeah. Did you get your Mother's Day cards from Maggie yet?
I did because I was
peer pressure.
I was a little early, and well, here's the deal.
Here we go.
I'm listening to Greeny this morning,
and
Himbo was asking the same question I was asking. Do you have to give your wife a Mother's Day card when she's not your mother? And so, Greeny was telling me, you have to do that.
Well,
and he said a card is not good enough.
Oh, so here's the thing, guys. When your kids are little, yes, that is on you.
Yeah, you're screwed, aren't you?
Yeah, my kid's 25, she's a responsible-ish adult at this point. She can get her own card for her mother. Now, I did ask Joanna last night, hey, did you get my mom a Mother's Day card? She said yes.
You spoiled.
Oh, well, what do you mean spoiled?
You're a spoiled SOB.
If my mom's going to get a card, my wife generally will pick it out. And I said, did you get one for you? And she said, no. But she said, but I don't need a card.
Of course.
From you.
They always say that.
Yes. So I that's the setup, right? So now I know I'm going to have to go to the convenience store next door at some point and get a card.
How do you look in there? They don't have cards there.
They don't have cards in there? Hey, somebody listening is going to stop by here and stop at CBS on the way and make sure you and I are taken care of.
Well, I had to drive down to the Walgreens. But, I mean, if somebody brings something better, I'm all for it.
Well, what do you mean better? Did you actually read the card that you bought?
Well, here's the deal, and it just proves my point. I go into Walgreens. I'm there at the counter at the whole card thing, and there's one for mom and grandma and this and that, and one little bitty section for wife. It's like nobody gets their wife a card for Mother's Day.
Well, I mean, your wife, just get her a sympathy card. It's the same thing. I mean, it's a card, right? You know, it could say Happy Mother's Day, and scratch out to Mom that Hallmark writes in there and put Maggie in your own handwriting. It's not that hard, but you also, because I know your wife and her love of those dogs better get Maggie a card.
Well, then somebody better bring me one because I only bought one.
Well, you better say love Joe and the dogs.
And the dogs.
Joe and the dogs.
I will do that.
Which would actually be a pretty good band name. Joe and the dogs. Yes. The Haberneys.
3-Night Joe?
No. No, that's already been kind of taken.
Oh.
But your dogs are called Haberneys, right?
One of them's a Haberneys. The other one's a Shih Tzu.
Joe and the yes. Yeah.
I just said it. It's a dog.
Yes. But those dogs aren't like normal dogs. Actually, they really are like normal dogs. They get treated better. If the house is on fire, Maggie is making sure the dogs are taken care of before you.
Oh, dude, I'm screwed.
Yes.
I'm a goner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maggie and the dogs would be out in the front. I'll be in bed just roasting.
You know, Maggie would risk her life to go back into the fire to find the dog. She figures, is the paperwork in order?
As far as I know, it is.
Yeah. I mean, so the dogs better get Maggie a card.
Well, they will.
Or you better sign the dogs' names on the card.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking, although this one says to my wife. Because I literally, it was this big of the section. You got a whole big section of Mother's Day card, and to my wife was about this big. So I had a choice of about 2 cards. Nobody gets their wife a card for Mother's Day.
Well, I think everybody does.
She's not my mother.
Well, she's not, but you could have just got a generic Mother's Day card. They don't all say to Mom on the inside.
Maybe
Happy Mother's Day on the front with some flowers and have a great day.
I'll go get some paper
inside.
and some crayons and make one.
You could do that. She'd probably, hang it on the fridge afterwards.
She might.
I mean, it would just make sure you take care of Mom and your wife.
I will have something.
The mother of your children.
As soon as this is done, and after I have about 6 flight by Yinglings, I'll run over somewhere and get a little gift.
A gift?
Well, yeah, because, according to Greeny, I better do that.
Well, you do need a gift.
So I don't, but
I did that
what is an
night.
Appropriate gift?
A necklace and earrings.
Oh, bull.
That's what I did.
What, out of a gum machine?
No, I was at the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame auction last night. Joanna was like, I kind of like that.
Uh-huh.
Well, we won the auction. All right, there's your Mother's Day gift.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You cheap.
And I helped the kids. Are you kidding? It was at an auction at the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame. But I'm helping a great cause at the same time. And I don't have to
get the tax write-off.
And I don't have to go anywhere. And I already knows she likes it.
You could have asked me, hey, Joe, I see this here. Can I bid on that for you?
No.
You didn't even think. I got not one text from you last night.
Did I not tell you ahead of time the auction? You don't have to be at the event to bid on an item. You could have done that online. If you cared, I'm
not going all out with like earrings and a necklace. I'm thinking like get a dozen golf balls or something.
A dozen golf balls. Actually, for your wife, that's not bad.
I'm just saying, something like that. Yeah. I wouldn't do that, but
well, you could.
I may have to go to I don't know what the hell to get. It's Mother's Day.
It is Mother's Day. But keep in mind, in a month, it's Father's Day. So the more you do this weekend, the better it should be for you in about a month. That's really why they put Mother's Day first.
Well, yeah, but, Father's Day, that's easy. That's an easy gift.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. You don't even have to go buy anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, we're not the same.
No,
way. It's kind of like
no.
I'd rather have the necklace and earrings, if you don't mind.
A gift for her,
wow,
is not the same. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I just need some help. If you're out there listening, you want to call in, or if you're watching on YouTube, what do you get your wife for Mother's Day? And do you have to do that?
You have to do that.
I got a card,
but you've got grown children. It's different if you got little kids.
Well, yes, I get that.
Right.
I get that.
So Joe needs help. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Hey, Jesus, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Afternoon, guys. Hey,
What's
Joe,
up, man?
Hey, Joe. This is Jesus from Alice. I just have a
Hey,
funny
what's
story
going on?
I have a funny story about Mother's Day. In my 20s, me and my cousins, we got home from the bar. They dropped me off at my house. It was like, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. And I forgot that day was Mother's Day. So I found myself at the local Walmart here in Alice. I'm not going to say how because I don't want to incriminate myself.
Sure.
Picked out a card, got home, signed it, put it on the table, passed out, and when I woke up the next day or the day of Mother's Day, my mom's there opening up, and unfortunately I didn't fully read the card, and it said Happy Mother's Day to my wife instead of my mom. So that was kind of an awkward Mother's Day that I had to endure. So after that, I was kind of in the doghouse for the rest of the week.
Well, I get that. I understand.
I think the point of that story, Jesus, appreciate the call. Get the card before you go to the bar.
Before you get drunk, yeah. And pass out.
Yeah.
So I already did that. So I'm good to go.
You got drunk and passed out?
No, I got the card.
Oh, okay.
So now I can get drunk and pass out.
There you go. There you go.
Renee's here to help me take care of that.
If you've got ideas for Reinagel, at Joe Reinagel 210, tweet at me at Jason Minix. Rick Carlisle's been fine. Looks like Coach Bud could have a new gig. Let's talk about the NBA and the games tonight, what we saw last night. And a very interesting Luka press conference.
Yes.
Coming up on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, make sure to get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing over on San Pedro, especially if you need caps done. Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, and he's got all the popular cap brands like Katie caps, the Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Cap America, Nike. You need caps, go see Sam. If you need T-shirts screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. He has over 700 uniform lines to choose from, or maybe you just need your logo on a nice golf shirt or a fishing shirt. Sam has all the big name brands, Eddie Bauer, Nike, North Face, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, to name a few. Nobody has better prices. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, go by that massive showroom on San Pedro, a mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
94.1.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, save $8 on a pair of Bosch Icon wiper blades in-store only. We'll even install them for free at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
The Golf Club of Texas has some of the best course conditions with the friendliest staff. The golf is great. They have lighted driving range and practice area. While it feels like a country club, it's not a private club. It's open to the public, so bring the family into the Tin Cup Bar, the nicest sit-down restaurant in that area of San Antonio, specializing in Texas food, wine, and spirits. For golf or dinner, go to the Golf Club of Texas off Highway 90. Online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Hey, poker players, the Big Blind official grand opening celebration continues into the weekend with 10K tournaments through Saturday with $500 high hands every half hour from 2 p.m. to midnight and a 5K Texas free roll on Sunday, plus daily blackjack tournaments. That's right, blackjack tournaments every day. Down from the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. Get over to the Big Blind for the official grand opening celebration. Learn more online at thebigblindsa.com.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson for Tri-County Meat Market, your locally owned full-service meat market. Tri-County has 2 great locations, Huebner Road and Ralph Fair, stocked full of everything you need to up your grilling game. You're looking for the perfect cut of beef, they've got it, and if they don't have it, they'll cut it for you. Roast chicken, prepare foods, they've got it. The 5 for $25 is always in play. If you're a first responder, 10% off the best meat you're going to find. Tri-County Meat Market. Head over to either location, put some good meat on the grill, and thank me later.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com. The Jim Rome Show.
Hey, Jim Rome here, and back in the military city of San Antonio.
Weekdays at noon on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live out at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location. If you're watching on YouTube, we're going to show you the meat that's on the grill over there, and it's all free samples. So jump on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. They're going to open up the pit. We're going to go show you all the meat that's over there. You can go ahead and start showing them. We got Flight by Yingling is out here sampling a variety of Yingling products, and we've got a cool Kanga cooler, a Yingling cooler to give away. If your birthday is on Mother's Day, then you can show your ID. They're just going to give that to you.
Yeah, you come on out.
Yes.
Tri-County, right here on Huebner Road. And if your birthday's on Mother's Day, just show them your driver's license. That cooler's yours.
Is a cooler like that a quality Mother's Day gift?
You know, I would think so. Because here's the deal. I mean, I can't speak for everybody's wife, but Maggie likes stuff like that.
Yeah, my wife
does.
I mean, to me, it's better than a necklace. Although Joanna got a necklace last night at the auction at the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame.
Did you have to outbid any rich dude?
I did.
Yeah,
I did. There was 2 that I was in the running for, and the auction closed at 8:30. And you do everything on your phone. I think, all right, I'm in the running for 2, and then like 8:28, I get notice that you've been outbid on both. And crap. So I went in and bid the next. All right, you're winning bid there, and then on the next one, I hit that one, and immediately I got beat again. So they must have set a high limit. They were going to get that one.
Well, what was it? I want to know.
It was a necklace.
You bidding on 2 necklaces.
I was bidding on 2. I had to get something. I was doing my Mother's Day shopping.
So you got the cheap one?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
Yes,
Good.
I did.
Yeah. Well, that figures.
I mean, I was trying for both. I could have had 2. I could have had you hooked up because I'd have sold you the expensive one for $50 extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a hell of a guy.
I really am.
Yeah. No, I would have been very happy to do that.
I know you would have.
Yes.
You know, it's a cheaper fee than Amazon.
$50.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay.
You'd have just donated it to San Antonio Sports.
Of course.
All right. Are we showing meat over there yet? All right. Well, yeah. We're going to go over there and
you
show
guys
meat,
do that
Pledge.
sign language pretty good, you and John.
Well, John and I have worked together for a long time. I think he's waiting for Pledge to put him into the stream.
I got you.
So that he could go there. So Pledge, go ahead and add him in that third camera, and we'll show the meat and everything that is on the grill here at Tri-County Meat Market.
Now, the meat's great, but I tell you what, when you see this rig that they're cooking that meat on, it is incredible. There you go, John. Yep. You're on.
If
buddy.
you are on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel, and really this is for me because I want to see what's going on over there because we're on the other side of the grill. It's all closed up right now. and they're going to open it up.
Here we go.
I know there were some pork belly burnt ends that they were working on a little while ago. Let's see, a lot of foil. Look at that, man.
Oh my goodness.
I'm getting hungry.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah, and all these samples, it's all free samples.
Dude, is that shrimp?
Look like it. There's some good pork belly on there.
Well, I know they have fajitas too.
Yeah, they
I had
got
some of that.
some fajitas. I didn't have any of the fajitas. So if you guys are hungry, it's all free out here. As I look to my right, I see Jasmine and Alex. They are sampling. And that's the thing. You understand our sales department?
Right.
If there's an event that has free food and free alcohol, they will be there.
They'll be here.
If it's not free, you won't see them. It's amazing how that works.
Yeah.
It's amazing how that works.
Well, Alex can't talk because he's got a mouthful of something.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's called a burnt end, sir.
Burnt end?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Don't make the man choke. He's going to die over there. And you can't save him.
Well, I want some more of those fajitas.
I want more of those. Dude, burnt ends are such a, it's a long process, and it's hard to do them right. And, there are places that say they've got burnt ends. They ain't burnt ends. Now, you could do brisket burnt ends, or you could do pork belly, poor man's burnt ends. The way these are done here, it's phenomenal. I've got to figure out how they were doing theirs, because those are fantastic.
Dude, don't even try to compete with that. All right, just don't.
Well,
there's no way. I mean, these guys are professionals.
Well, they are. But again, though, I like, you see what somebody does, and can you duplicate it at home? It's like Rob and his feeling that he can do a brisket as good as Franklin's, right? Well, you're doing one. Franklin's doing 500 of those a day, right? And that's the difference. See, there's places, like I'll order burnt ends from a place in Kansas City. Costco's got some burnt ends you can buy. That's crap. They're awful.
Have you tried them?
Yes. They were awful.
All right.
H-E-B now has some burnt ends that you can buy that are pre-cooked, and you put them in there. And I haven't tried them, but a friend of mine that has, it wasn't a ringing endorsement.
Because their brisket isn't bad.
But again, it's bad. If you're buying it from like the true Texan place, that's one thing. But, the sliced cooked brisket where you're just heating it up, maybe not quite there yet.
I'm kind of with Rob, though. I think I could do a brisket as good as Franklin's.
Yeah.
One. Sure.
Yeah. If you're doing one, a month, one every couple of months, one when you're going to feed a bunch of people, and you put the time and the love and the care, that's like burnt ends. I mean, the amount of work for meat candy, most of the time it's a snack somewhere.
Now, I wonder how many briskets they could get on this little setup.
On that?
I bet you they could get quite a few.
20, 30?
Yeah.
Yeah. Although right now, because of all the other food, 5. Get on there. We'll see.
Well, it wouldn't be ready. We'd have to come back tomorrow.
Well, I probably will. Although I think I'm going to get some ribs coming out here tonight for sure.
Well, that's the place to do it.
It is the place to do it. So, basketball last night. The Mavericks got back on track, and Luka had a hell of a game. The idea that, that series is now tied 1-1. Dallas with the 119-110 win on the road to even up that series. I think most of us felt like that was going to be a long series anyway, although after game one, you wondered, what's wrong with Dallas? Dallas getting back on track. That was huge. That was a big win for the Dallas. My goodness.
My gosh. Hold on. Let me just turn that around here.
What do we have there? A 6-pound chuck roast.
If y'all are watching on YouTube, you can see what we're talking about there. I don't know what's the picture look like. Does it look all right?
I'm sure it looks fine.
I'm sure, but that's delicious.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been doing this?
Started competing in
1987.
Do you win?
Oh, we won the world. We're the only team to ever win Jack Daniels twice.
All right, so world champion Pitmaster here, grilling up free food for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
I won a bottle
Green
of Jack
ice.
Daniels once.
Yeah. Did you?
Sure.
At an auction?
Oh, that's not what he was talking about.
No. Although somebody won last night, although they might be looking for a new job. So after this great game last night, people quit talking about the game because of what happened during the Luka press conference.
Just our sharing the ball and our energy was great.
What do you think? Okay. Okay, moving on.
I hope that's not live.
So you think about
That's
that.
hilarious.
You look at that and you sit there and you're like, Luke, and again, go find the video of it. His reaction, priceless. I don't know where the sounds were coming from. If somebody working one of the audio things happened to be watching a movie off to the side and hit the wrong button, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that was happening in the locker room next door. Although, I mean, if there was a microphone in there that somehow ended up on the PA, after a basketball game, if you've got that kind of energy, more power to you.
Jason Kidd was happy. His wife met him back there.
I have no idea, but that was strange.
Blitz, can we hear that again, please?
Here we go.
Just our sharing the ball and our energy was great.
What do you think? Okay. Okay, moving on.
Somebody's Bluetooth connected, and it's one of those, like, everybody knows what's going on. It's just where.
The look on Luka's face, though, is priceless. If you haven't seen that video, you need to check it out. The look on his face is absolutely priceless, and he's like, "Whoa, what's going on?" I guess Pornhub is okay in Oklahoma City. They haven't banned it in Oklahoma.
Well, apparently no age verification like in Texas.
Well,
it's possible. Although,
Caitlin.
what the?
That was my impression of the dude from Indiana,
Greg Doyle.
Yeah,
yeah. What I find interesting, though, when you look at and you think about that, maybe people are just watching stuff everywhere and you just don't know it. Because
apparently
I was at a concert not long ago with John Robbins, who is with us here at Tri-County Meat Market, because, again, there's free food and free beer samples. And we're literally, we're at this concert, not a lot of people there, and guy walks in front of us, and it's just rolling on his phone. And it's like, what's on his phone? And, he's at a concert.
And you guys had to stare at it a long time to make sure that that's what it was.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Like John was trying to figure out if he recognized the movie title, because he's very good at movie trivia. But at the same time, and then after you take pictures of what the guy was doing, going, I can't believe we're seeing this, then you realize, well, it was a little bit more extreme than what we originally thought in said. But he's just at a concert.
See, that's nuts. And then you have this guy or somebody.
Somebody's at work right now. Somebody in Oklahoma City is at work.
Absolutely, and they're watching some lady get pleasured.
Yeah. Oh, stop! It's just gross.
I'm happy that you're here.
Oh, stop, Greg Doyle. Let's talk more NBA as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, live on this Friday before Mother's Day out at Tri-County Meat Market on Huebner Road.
Hey, Stevens Roofing, you need to keep this number handy because we've already had a bunch of thunderstorms roll through San Antonio and South Texas, and it's still springtime. That means the threat of those things happening again are high. And I've already gotten a call. I know Jason has already gotten a call from some roofer we've never heard of saying, hey, can we come check your house out? Don't fall for that nonsense. Really, you want to be with somebody because that's reputable, that's been in business for a long time, and it's not going anywhere, and it stands behind their work. That's Stevens Roofing. These fly-by-night companies knock on your door, check your roof out, and you never see them again. Stevens Roofing is going to be here for the long haul. And I tell you what, when you're in the market for repairs, a replacement roof, an upgrade, or you just want to get your roof inspected to make sure that it's okay, you want to work with that experienced team that brings local roots, value, and a vast knowledge of their craft to every job. That describes Stevens Roofing. Look, give them a call. You can do it right now, 210-785-0994. You can also get them online at stevensroofing.net. Keep that number handy. Here it is one more time, 210-785-0994.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, the lottery ramifications. Where are the Spurs drafting?
And we'll update the NBA playoff schedule and find out exactly how much meat Rob handled over the weekend. Party starts at 6 right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Get ready for the ultimate pop culture experience at the Ace Superhero Comic-Con presented by Thomas J. Henry. Join us June 20th through the 23rd as we welcome Hawkeye's Jeremy Renner, Andor's Diego Luna, and many more stars. Plus, capture a free selfie and autograph with 10 other celebrities in the free autograph zone. Indulge in our free play arcade, explore Vendor Village, and rock out to daily concerts. Don't miss out. Get your event passes now at emxevents.com.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? What do you mean? Does it not look good? It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous. I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at nordicUSA.com, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live out at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location. Got kind of a tailgate party going on here. Grill is going on the smoke, all kinds of samples, including burnt ends, which are hard to do.
Burnt ends, but I know your favorite is this dude that's over here called Microgreens. The guy couldn't wait for you to get here because he knew that you would be all over that stuff.
Microgreens, tell me more.
Microgreens, yeah, I had one. It was a sunflower.
And just one sunflower?
Well, no, it's not a sunflower per se, but it's he says those are his chips at night.
His chips?
He eats those instead of potato chips.
Huh.
It's very healthy.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right. And I know that the Ultimate Cheesecake Bakery's in here.
They're in there.
Get some of those samples. Flight by Yingling is here with Yingling Lager Flight and the light lager that Yingling has. So if you want some beer samples, you can come by and see us and just hang out. Make sure you get Mom what you need for this weekend. They've got a lot of things on sale this weekend here at Tri-County Meat Market and lots of free samples. And again, the punctuality of things. You know, I don't know if you guys have heard, we've got a new morning show. We've been introducing AJ Hoffman all week long. The morning show guys are going to be on with us at 4. It's 2:40 and AJ is already here.
Well, he heard free beer and free barbecue.
Well, absolutely. It's amazing how that works.
It does. It's like, what do you call that? Like rats to a trap. Boom.
Rats to a trap, or I think you're thinking like moth to a flame.
Or that.
A little Metallica.
Or rats to a trap.
Rats to a trap.
I'm sure there's a rock singer sings that too.
Maybe. It's possible.
Or moths to a flame.
Yeah, sure. You know,
he's here. Whatever drew him out, AJ's here.
Well, it might have been one of those. You know, if I don't wake up and get out of here, I'm going to be asleep, and I'll wake up at 8:00 tonight. You know, and he says he doesn't know how long it takes to get anywhere, but all you got to do is look on your phone and say, all right, 31 minutes. Cool. I can leave at X number of time. Yeah. The phone lies. That's it. That's it. I'm always faster than the phone. I don't want to. You sound like Joe Reinagel. You know, I was looking at it and I thought that was BS. So I was going to go another way. And 3 hours later, while you were still stuck on I-10.
I tell you what, I'll never make that mistake again. That was miserable. Coming home from Houston and driving down the road, my not Alexa, but the Waze thing tells me to cut off and go this way, go through New Braunfels, take 35. So I never do that. Why do I want to do that? It's way out of the way. Well, as soon as I got out of Seguin, about 5 miles, I know why they told me that. Dead stop. Took me 2.5 hours to get back to San Antonio from Seguin. I'll never make that mistake. I will listen to that sweet lady on Waze every single time now.
Yeah, it sounds like such a bad country song, too.
I know it.
2.5 hours home from Seguin.
Well,
rewrite a Charlie Robinson song and make that work.
That's not bad.
No, you could do that.
I could do that.
Yeah, you could do that. Looks like Budenholzer is going to get the Phoenix Suns job.
It does, and I'm happy for him. That's good. Who's going to be there? That's going to be the other issue. Will that help them hang on to maybe Durant, maybe Booker? Bradley Beal can go jump in a lake, for goodness sake. They don't want him if they can get rid of him.
Well, but the question with Bradley Beal, can Bud get the most out of those three? And, as we get ready for the draft lottery this weekend, and this year, clearly not the same level of excitement about the draft lottery as what we had a year ago when San Antonio won the lottery and obviously drafted Wemby. We were still a lottery team. You could end up with 2 lottery picks if Toronto is outside of the top 6, because that pick we get from the Raptors is top 6 protected. But when you look at the teams that are doing well right now in the NBA playoffs, remember when it was always you have to have 3 superstars? Has it changed? Is it now have 2 superstars and a solid team around them? Because it kind of feels like you look at Phoenix, they've got 3 superstars, but because of the money invested in those 3, the supporting cast really isn't all that great. And you just kind of wonder, are we shifting? Can you get it done with 2 superstars and better role players that fit better, not just guys that are available at that price?
No, absolutely. Well, look, the problem, and I wouldn't even say Phoenix had 3. In name, they had 3, but Bradley Beal didn't play half the season.
Well, because of injury.
Well, sure.
But
that's going to be a continuation. I mean, what leads you to believe that that's going to be any different next year?
I mean, you're right. It's kind of like, the Clippers bringing in Kawhi, who just is never healthy when it comes to playoff time. You just look at and you sit there and say, but the idea, if these 3 guys are healthy, how dangerous can this team be? But it's, to me, is it getting more about those other supporting role guys? Can you get away with 2 superstars in a solid supporting cast? The Spurs have 1 superstar already in Wemby. The idea of going and finding 2 more, like you hear people, let's go get that guy and let's go get. You just need another legit star and solid role players around them.
Well, I think they've got a legit star in the making in Devin Vassell. I really believe that. And I think this kid is going to get better and better and better. I do. Now, everybody else, I'm not sure about it. And are they the role players that you're talking about? But I've said this from the beginning, the hell with the draft. I mean, you got to use it. It's a necessary thing, obviously, but you've got to have some veteran players around Victor Wembanyama. You have got to bring them in. Don't have to be superstars, but you get some guys that have been in the league that have played. And to me, that's the best way to build a team. You use both. It's not one way or the other. You use both. And look, Pop and Brian Wright, those guys are smart men. They can go out and find an SGA. Find a Jalen Brunson. They're out there.
They are. And again, I'm just wondering, that's why I think that Toronto pick is so intriguing. If that pick becomes San Antonio's, maybe, the lottery balls bounce the right way for the Spurs and they end up with the top 6 pick that is theirs. And that Toronto pick is 7 or 8 or 9. You could have 2 picks in the top 10. I would not expect the Spurs to draft both of those guys for the Spurs. Could you use one of those to flip in some sort of trade? You look at the 25 draft, and Atlanta's picks that they've got are unprotected. Atlanta, if they get rid of Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, they're not going to be very good. So those could end up being top 5 picks. Who knows, right? And the 25 draft said to be so much better than this year's draft, which is why I think you see the cautious optimism of, next year, let's eye 25 because it's a better draft and you might have better picks because of what you're getting from Atlanta. I could see that. But this year, I don't want the slow process. I would like to see, it doesn't have to be 110 miles an hour and you're redlining, but I don't want another season like what we just went through.
I don't think Wemby wants another season like we just went through. And he can say all the right things and be the team guy and all of that stuff. Like, he doesn't want to go through this. I mean, the guy was miserable this year thinking that he might have his name attached to a team that had the worst record in the history of the franchise. He doesn't want it. And so I believe it's up to the Spurs brass to build around this team faster than I think most people think so. And look, I know people hate to hear this. We got Wemby for 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years. And then it will be his choice. The Spurs will offer him more money than anybody else. But if he wants to run off to L.A. or New York or wherever, he will be free to do that. So, it's not like we're sitting back here and we got 15 years to build around this guy. And so this whole slow roll with the draft is ridiculous. You got 5 years to get it done.
And the other part of that, you don't know how long you have with Greg Popovich as the head coach and president of basketball operations. Now, is there a possibility over time? And there's no indication that Pop is slowing down anytime soon. But, does Pop stop coaching and just runs front office stuff, or does he leave the organization altogether, or, worse? I mean, I appreciate a guy of his age with a nice 5-year plan, but I would like to see winning with Greg Popovich before Pop is no longer with the Spurs.
Look, with the way that Wemby developed this year, I just can't even imagine that even if that was the plan, to slow roll this thing out, wait for 2025, whatever the case may be. But when you see that young man play ball in the second half of the season the way that he did, and you still think that you can just trot out and roll out the same team that was around him, to me, that would be malpractice. It would be malpractice. You've got to get this man some help. And look, I'm not saying we're going to hang a banner after next season, but you certainly want to be in the playoff conversation. And I don't see any reason, if you do this right and you add the mix that I'm talking about and you draft well, first and foremost, which most of the time they do, I just don't see it taking 4, 5 years, even 3. Let's go. This thing should be put in place and in higher gear next season.
And again, there's so many good examples of going through a thoughtful process, which the Spurs will do. Oklahoma City is one of those examples. What we're seeing out of Minnesota is one of those examples. Denver is an example like that. I look at Phoenix. How many coaches have they had the last couple of years? I mean, think about that. Phoenix and Milwaukee played in the NBA Finals a couple of years ago. And since then, the coaches of those teams, one of them being Coach Bud, have been fired, and their replacements have been fired.
Yep.
And, I look at Frank Vogel. How many jobs has that guy had in the last 10 years?
Yes.
And he keeps getting a good job. Now, I was not a fan of the Frank Vogel hire in Phoenix a year ago, and it didn't work. He's out after 1 year. And how they went, all right, let's add in Durant with Booker. And, Phoenix had their homegrown star in Devin Booker, but, they let a Chris Paul go, and then they try to replace him with a Bradley Beal. You look at the Clippers just trying to go out and money whip stars and bring them in, and that certainly hasn't worked for them. And obviously health with one, which was obvious when they did it. But, so but our expectation with the Spurs is they will be thoughtful and methodical in the process, but it doesn't have to take a lot of time.
It does
They
not.
can do this a lot quicker. I'm not looking for 2 more superstars. I need one. We all need one, a good veteran guy. And if Vassell turns into that third superstar that we think that he might be, that's even better, because he did look like a player that figured out his role after the calendar flip this year. And once that happened, his February was incredible. Wemby, his development, and of course that all goes back to, hey, let's give this guy a real point guard. But it's one of those scenarios that you could work with.
Well, and I think that, again, if you just look at what the Spurs need, they need a point guard. They need shooters. You might even say they could use another big man to kind of protect Wemby and have him move around and play other positions. You know what you need. You know where the holes are. So go find them. That's your job, literally, right? I mean, I can sit here and I know what they need. They're out there. Go find them and bring them in here, and let's start to build this team and get this thing rolling. I just think if you waste another year of Victor Wembanyama, it is malpractice, simply malpractice. And if Spurs fans are on board with doing that, fine. I'm not, and I am a Spurs fan. I'm not on board with doing that. Let's kick it up a notch.
And again, watching the playoffs, the more I think about how much I can't wait for the Spurs to be back into that mix. You got 2 games tonight, New York and Indiana. I expect the Pacers to get every call under the sun tonight. OG isn't going to play. Jalen Brunson is questionable. I almost wonder if Jalen Brunson is questionable, do you just punt this one if you're the Knicks?
They've got that luxury.
Yeah, with the 2-0 lead. Is this one of those games? They're already without OG for sure. Their chances of winning, if you can get your guy some rest in Brunson, do you just sit them tonight?
Well, if you're Thibodeau, I think you've got to start thinking about the series without Anunoby.
Yeah.
I don't know if he comes back for the entire series. He's already questionable for Game 4. So you got to start thinking about life without him, and your best guy is Jalen Brunson. So, yeah, if you got to rest him tonight, if he's questionable, you sit him down, and hopefully he'll be ready to go for Game 4. And really, that's all you want. You need a split in Indiana, go win it in Game 5. At least that's what you got to be thinking.
Late night game tonight, Denver and Minnesota.
Huge game for Denver, obviously.
I mean, clearly we can't call it a must-win because Ryan Eagles' head will explode.
It will, yes.
If they want to make this a series, they better win this one tonight.
It would be nice if they won it,
yeah
for them. I mean, they would. They'd be better off if they win this thing. It's not a must-win, but it's pretty damn close.
Yeah, I got you.
But they got to figure out Minnesota, for goodness sake. They have not had an answer for anybody wearing a Minnesota Timberwolves uniform.
And Rudy Gobert's back tonight, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
No doubt.
You know you're in the right spot when the fire chief shows up.
Absolutely.
You know you're in the right spot when the chief is here.
Dude, we've seen the chief. We've seen some Chavano Park police officers stop by.
I really do hope that bag of meat, they're going over to the firehouse and they're going to cook that over there. You know, the idea of the firehouse cookouts, I hope that's what they're doing.
Well, I'm sure it is. Do firefighters? Here comes the chief. I want.
Look at that guy. I mean, he's taking that home.
Yeah,
the firehouse guys. I don't know about that.
Now, Chief, do you guys still have a cook over there at the firehouse? Do guys still spend the night and stuff?
Grab the headsets real quick.
Would you mind?
I've got questions here. I don't know you. It says D Dover on your shirt, so I imagine you're Chief Dover.
I am.
Based on your shirt, you're a fire chief, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Why are you carrying a gun?
I'm also the fire marshal, so I'm dual commission.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we do things right out here in Chavano Park, all right?
I'm telling you.
That's
I
what
mean,
we do.
You know,
Well-
it's not often I see the fire chief with a gun.
Normally, I'm not wearing it, but then when I hear about special events like this,
You know,
I'm
Ryan
like,
Eagle?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Eagle's
They
here.
start talking about all the celebrities coming into town. You know, I just
Right.
want to make sure nothing
appreciate
goes
that.
south.
So Joe was excited to meet you because, you know, he lives in this area. You know, the cops here, you know, there's a reputation. He was hoping to meet the police chief. And
Well,
he
I
had
got the second in command right here, the captain, the police captain.
Well, that's good
that's
enough.
the police captain.
Yeah.
Hey,
you
look,
guys, you guys have matching shirts.
dude, we do things right in Chavano Park. What are you talking about? It's the way we do it here.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Buy in
Exactly
bulk
right.
and save.
Buy in bulk and save.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
You know, we your officers hang out in our neighborhood. I live in Pond Hill. And so, I see you guys driving through there all the time. We'll say hello.
See that car over there? He wants you guys to ignore that one when it goes by. You know, I mean, sometimes that little sticker doesn't always work.
Now, I don't expect Captain Kelly to answer this, but, you know, I've got one of those nice little Chavano Park stickers on the back of my car.
Bragger.
I've heard that those are they mean something. That's as far as I'm going, but that's what I've heard.
He can either confirm or deny. Don't believe what you hear. Don't believe what you hear.
We appreciate you guys very much.
Thank you very much.
So is all that food for the guys at the firehouse?
Well, I wish I could say that I was being that nice today, but no, that's going to mom and my wife at home. So I gotta take care of the bosses at home first.
Did you get your wife a Mother's Day card?
I didn't get one for my wife. No, I got one for my mom.
Did you actually buy it, or did your wife buy it?
I actually bought it.
Really?
I probably can't tell you what it says on it over the air,
but nothing for your wife.
Oh no, she's got a present too. It's sitting on my desk in the office.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now you're just saying that because she might be listening.
No, I'm saying that because I got two kids, one that's off my payroll and one still at home on my payroll.
See
and
that?
Both of them came and said, "Dad, we're broke. We need Mother's Day gifts." So I said,
that'll never stop, by the way.
I know, that's the story of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that'll never stop.
Yeah.
Well, we've been going through this discussion because all my kids are out. They're grown. And I'm like, my wife's not my mother. So am I obligated to get her something?
You know, so in my house, she's not my mom, but she's got a close relationship with my mom. And I still fear my mom.
Okay.
And I'm not going to lie, I fear my wife too, because, you know, I got a couple of pop knots on the back of my head from that. But yeah, I know how that goes. So I got to try to keep the peace at home.
All right, Chief, I'm going to take your advice.
Yeah.
This guy here has got to get his wife a card from the dogs. He's got to get a card from him. I mean, he's got like 7 cards deep, this guy.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But my wife sends me to over here to Tri-County. She says no flowers because flowers die, but get something good to cook. So
Right.
that's why I'm here.
She's a smart lady.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very smart. Chief Dover, appreciate you stopping
Thank
by.
you very much.
You guys for
Yeah, we appreciate y'all.
Hey, if you want to win a family 4-pack of tickets to go see the San Antonio Missions take on the Corpus Christi Hooks Tuesday night for $2 Tuesday out at the Wolf, just be caller number 9 right now, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 9, you win a 4-pack of tickets to see the San Antonio Missions. More from Tri-County Meat Market on Huebner coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, we've been talking about Mother's Day, and you want to treat your mom to something good on Mother's Day. Think about the Golf Club of Texas. I'm going to tell you, they have got a schwanky Mother's Day brunch in store for you. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. out at the Golf Club of Texas. Check this out. Chicken and waffles, French toast, scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, potatoes, pancake sausage on a stick. They've got Danishes, all of that. They're going to have mimosas out there for $4. It's just going to be a great Mother's Day deal out at the Golf Club of Texas. And fellas, look at it this way. Take your mom, your wife out to the Golf Club of Texas for that Mother's Day brunch. And while you're there, kind of sneak off, say you're going to the bathroom, and make a tea time for next weekend. That's the way you want to handle that. Because, look, if you haven't been out to the Golf Club of Texas lately, you have not been out to the Golf Club of Texas. It is not a private club, but it certainly feels that way. Open to the public 7 days a week. It offers some of the best course conditions in town with the friendliest staff. Look, if you're just going out for a round with your buddies, if you got a tournament coming out, check out the Golf Club of Texas. Best rates, always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
You're locked on the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
When was the last time you went to the dentist? Need a new dentist? Hi, Jason Minix here. Go see my dentist at Smile Structure Dentistry and Braces. Smile Structure can handle all your dentistry needs, from general dentistry to oral surgery, orthodontics for the kids, or Invisalign for adults. Mention this ad, get a free exam and x-rays. Veteran owned with 5 San Antonio area locations. Learn more and book an appointment online at smilestructure.com. That's smilestructure.com.
Is thinning hair or a receding hairline making you self-conscious? Try Hair Grow by New Nordic. Millions of men and women around the world trust Hair Grow. With its patented tocotrienol complex, Hair Grow naturally reduces inflammation in the scalp and is clinically proven to promote new hair growth and increase hair count in as little as 4 months. Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start looking and feeling your best with Hair Grow. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The ugly truth is, when you buy a timeshare, you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is, this never ends. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Before you fire up that grill, make sure you get into Tri-County Meat Market. Hi, Jason Minix here. Tri-County Meat Market has everything you need. If you're thinking steaks, you want some chicken, some poppers, beef ribs, pork ribs, brisket, picanha, tri-tip. They've got it all at Tri-County Meat Market. Take advantage of their Pick 5 for $25, and Tri-County always offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. Tri-County Meat Market, 2 locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Heebner, or online at tricountymeat.com.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover cashback match. See termscover.com/credit card.
Silence is golden, especially when it comes to brakes. That's why Napa Silent Guard are built to be one of the smoothest and most quiet brakes on the market. Made with fiber-reinforced shims that eliminate noise for the life of the pad, rubber-coated hardware for a better fit, and quality design that meets and exceeds OE performance. Silent Guard brakes deliver the stopping power drivers demand. Available now at Napa locations nationwide. Napa!
San Antonio's Sports Center.
All right, we've got Game 3 tonight between the Knicks and the Pacers. That series shifting to Indiana. Knicks have a 2-0 lead. They will be without OG Anunoby. He suffered a hamstring strain in Game 2. By the way, Jalen Brunson is listed as questionable. T-Wolves Nuggets also. Nuggets need a win. They trail 2-0 in that series. Minnesota, the tip-off set for 8:30.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. On this Friday afternoon, a little parking lot party at Tri-County Meat Market on Huebner Road.
Now, I tell you what, a lot of folks out here enjoying the free samples of barbecue and some free samples of Yingling. That flight by Yingling is for real, man. Love that stuff.
So Mother's Day weekend, they obviously have a big sale going on here at Tri-County Meat Market, so you could take care of your mom. But there's free food, there's free beer, and, it's amazing who will show up when you have those two words. Like the great Indy Kalu, who drove in from Houston because he heard free food, free beer, free food, Indy Kalu. What's going on, man?
Man, you know what? I heard y'all yesterday, actually, and I was about to pop in on y'all, but y'all were talking about rubbing each other's meat and everything.
That is not what we were talking about.
So I said, you know what? Maybe this isn't the day for me to come out.
Now, I blame A.J. Hoffman for that, but, I mean, it's the idea that we're talking about meat seasonings.
Oh, is that what it was?
I mean, I don't know what you guys were doing in the locker room that you thought this was something different. I don't know what goes on in there, obviously, but in all seriousness, man, you should have come by the studio yesterday.
No, I wanted to, but I was running late, and I'll say this. Every time I drive to San Antonio, around Gonzalez, Bastrop is when I could pick y'all up, and people always think of San Antonio as like a little brother to Houston. If y'all were in Houston, y'all would have the best sports talk radio show in H-Town because y'all make me laugh. A lot of times y'all inform me. To this day, I still remember y'all shows like when y'all were talking about whether or not you could wear shorts when you play golf. Like y'all do a good job just relating to everybody.
But appreciate that.
Thank you.
The check is definitely in the mail.
Okay.
And it's easy for you to say that now that you don't have a radio show in Houston.
Yeah, y'all would have been the second radio show if I was still on, but now y'all would have the number one show.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, man. I mean, you still look like you could suit up and play.
Play what?
Football.
No, okay, not football.
Dude.
Maybe sumo
you look
wrestling,
like you're in great shape.
Well, I appreciate it. It's tough because all the pains, but I just get on the elliptical and I put on some stupid show on Netflix and I just go.
Now,
Nice.
you say that. You work out a lot with your son.
Yeah, I train them. There's a difference. When you train somebody, you're not really working.
You
out.
just stand there and tell them what to do.
Exactly.
So it's like Joe when he's at the gym. He just stands around talking, watching his brother work out. Yeah,
exactly. That's what it is. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly what it is. In all seriousness, you were in town yesterday because the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame ceremony was last night at the convention center. And it's amazing that I didn't know you were in town. I didn't know you were at the deal. So many people there, and your table very different than where my table was, obviously. And then they're like, somebody's like, oh yeah, I just saw Indy Kalu, and I texted her like, you're here.
Yeah, and it wasn't planned though. It wasn't planned.
What did you just happen to show up with the right attire to go to an event like that?
Well, I don't know if you saw me. I probably didn't.
No, I didn't see you.
Yeah, I didn't have the right attire on. I didn't have the black suit on like everybody else. But when I heard Anjanette Kirkland was being inducted. She's actually from my neighborhood, and I have a lot of respect for her and what she's done. So I had like a free day. I said, you know what? Let me go to give her flowers in person.
That's not required. I mean, I thought all the Hall of Fame alumni would be required to show up.
Not so much required. They give us an invite and they allow us to show up. So obviously I didn't RSVP on time, but then when I heard that she got inducted, that's when I tried to scramble to get here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
They do an awesome. I don't want to overhype it, but just the stories, even the people I've never heard of who are quote unquote relevant in the 50s and 60s, it's just awesome to hear their stories.
Yeah.
No, it's fantastic. I love it. So the Texans, they keep going, man. They just don't stop. D'Amico Ryans and Caserio, they just don't stop.
The greatest football team in the state of Texas, the greatest quarterback in the state of Texas. So now with this
Troy Aikman on line 3 has a word.
Well, Troy Aikman's already said Tony Romo was a better quarterback.
Roger Staubach would like a word.
But no, all jokes aside.
Dan Pastorini would like a word.
Hey, whoa, don't knock Pastorini, all right?
No, he's saying all these guys are better, but I think CJ is trending to be the best. But I'm actually a little bit nervous, Joe, because it's almost too good. what's going on in the offseason. I hate to say it, but I was a little bit relieved when I heard Tank Dell got shot because we needed some bad news. So
it sounds so cowboy-like.
Yeah.
There's always some sort of drama.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, all jokes aside, your first thought is he okay? Then when you hear it was just like a little flesh wound, you're like, okay, good, some bad news to kind of even all this out.
A little flesh wound.
Yeah, a little flesh wound.
You know, it's like always, it's a minor bullet wound. Dude, you got shot.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's minor for somebody else.
Exactly. There was a shooting and you got hit, so I don't care how minor it is, it's not minor.
Those guys are something. I got to ask you, though, because talking about the Cowboys, they drafted a couple of offensive linemen. When you're going up against an offensive lineman, when you used to, a rookie like that, how do you know if this guy's ready or it's going to be a while before he gets ready?
That's a great question. It's not so much you're trying to determine if he's ready. You want to pull some of your tricks out on the offensive line. And I'll never forget my second to last year in the NFL when I have 2 bad knees, multiple surgeries. I had a chance to play against a young Joe Thomas. And I'll never forget, I was just giving him some old man moves, like fake inside, come outside. And after the game, he was like, man, you're good. And I was like, you're going to be pretty good when it's all said and done. And with him, even though I don't even know if I got a sack on him. I may have where Brady Quinn was the quarterback at the time. I just knew his movements, his strength. And once he learned not to fall for certain moves, I knew he was going to be great. I didn't know he was going to go down. In my opinion, he's a top 10 offensive tackle in the history of the game. It's a shame that he played in Cleveland the whole time because the rest of the NFL fans didn't get a chance to see it. So it's more with their technique and movements. You could get a good feel of how their career is going to go.
San Antonio Sports Hall of Famer Indy Kalu joining us live out here at Tri-County Meat Market. You think about over a decade of playing in the NFL and the different levels of tackles that you got to play. And you talk about a rookie who's got some learning to do. The Cowboys draft Tyler Guyton, and he played right tackle at OU. He's going to play left tackle in with the Cowboys. And Mike McCarthy made the joke that it's like wiping with another hand. It will take him some adjustment. Now, we had Tyler on, and he said, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I use both hands to wipe, so it won't be that big of a deal. But honestly, how big of a deal is that for a player to go from playing right tackle to left tackle?
It all depends on how he was coached up. You know, I had a chance to do my radio show with Greg Cook, who's one of the greats offensive tackle, and he said the same thing. He said it's like writing with 2 different hands. But I've also talked to some guys where in their specific universities, they had to flip-flop. They had to get used to coming out of a right-handed stance, left-handed stance. So it was pretty normal to them. So it just depends on what his experience was like coming up to this point. If he was playing right tackle out of necessity and he could have played left tackle on the collegiate level and he took reps there at practice, he took some game reps there and he was comfortable, that's fine. But I would be pretty nervous if he played his entire career on the right side and never took reps on the left side. Now, the old adage, the left tackle faces the best pass rushers. Nowadays, most teams have 2 legit pass rushers. So I wouldn't say that the left side's easier than the right side. And I also know that you're protecting the blind side as well. So you have to have 2 studs as your offensive line bookends.
Defensive guys like yourself, ND, if you know that you're going in to play a team that's got 2 rookies starting on the offensive line, does your mouth water a little bit?
Absolutely. I don't care how great they are. You're because there's certain things that you can give them that they haven't seen. There's certain moves. I think of John Randall, who I had a chance to see last week, that fake spin move that he did. They're not seeing that in college. So there are just certain things, no matter how great of an offensive player, offensive tackle they're going to be, there's things as an NFL player that you're going to present to them that they just haven't seen.
You know, it's crazy when you think about this year at the Super Bowl, and I've heard Mark Schlereth say it before, but he was telling us, you know, on the offensive line, the least athletic guys on the football field are offensive linemen. And all the snaps, and if they give up 1 sack in a game, they suck, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, they don't get any credit for the sacks that they don't allow.
The other 80 plays.
Yes, yeah, you know, but we all look at an offensive lineman, and man, that guy had a bad game. He gave up a sack, you know, or 2, or you know, the quarterback got hit, you know, and you know, Schlereth obviously defending offensive linemen. Well, maybe the quarterback held the ball too long. Maybe there's all these kind of things. I don't know how to judge an offensive lineman other than is he helping up the quarterback. I have no idea. How do you judge offensive linemen?
The stance, the technique, are they hip benders? Are they getting out of their stance fast, and are they able to mirror the defensive linemen? But you're absolutely right with what he said. And on the flip side, a defensive lineman can have a horrible game. I've had them, and you fall into 1 or 2 sacks, and it's like, oh man, he had a great game. So with the offensive lineman, it's misleading if you're only going off the sack. But Jason, you've watched enough football, you've called enough games. You can tell if offensive lineman is playing a good game, even with the plays where he doesn't give up a sack. But if he's getting beat on the inside, or the guy's turning a short corner on him, he's not having a great game.
So, Indy, and you were a rookie once. What is the biggest challenge for a rookie going into the NFL?
I would say the playbook and the little things. As a rookie, you're probably as fast, if not faster, than the guys that are older than you. You're probably weight room as strong, because the NFL, they don't really max out like they did in college. They're a little more intelligent with their workout programs. But that playbook, I remember going in a little cocky, like, I went to Rice, I can figure this out. And after the first day, I was asking any and everybody, hey, what does this mean? What does that mean? So it would probably be the playbook and the speed of practice, and just every little thing, Joe. You have to do it. You have to be very specific in detail. Like, I remember running a stunt early on in my career with Brian Dawkins at practice, and Brian Dawkins shut down practice. He said, Kalu, you got to go 6 inches deeper. And I was like, did you really stop practice to tell me I need to go 6 inches deeper? So just attention to detail and the playbook.
Wow.
It's not like that, Pledge. Come on. We're talking to Indy Kalu. A little bit different. Although
I did open that door.
Yeah, you did. And you got Pledger back there. So, everything is on the table. Yes. And that's probably going to be a drop.
Yeah.
Yes. It will be.
So did you go 6 inches deeper?
Somewhere Puff Daddy's getting excited right now.
So hearing, the rookies for the Cowboys talking today, the 2 offensive linemen, Guyton and Beebe, both talked about getting text messages on draft night from Zach Martin and excited to be a sponge around Zach Martin. And obviously he'll be a Hall of Famer. What should we expect Zach Martin to share with those guys?
Just what we talked about, the details, the little things of what they need to work on when there isn't a coach around, what they need to work on when they're not going through team period to become the best player they can be. Because everyone's a little bit different. Some guys come into the league, great run blockers, but they need to work on their pass blocking and vice versa. So I'm assuming Zach Martin is going to let them know that they need to figure out what their weaknesses are and spend extra time on that. And if you just follow Zach Martin around, you'll be fine.
You'll be pretty good shape, I think, right? We talk about this all the time, and a guy can be a great player in college, but just how big is that step from college to the NFL?
It's huge. I wish I could say, hey, this is the reason why certain guys have success and other guys don't. If I knew that, answer, I'd be a multimillionaire as a general manager. But I just think some guys are meant for the NFL more so than college, and some guys are just meant for college more so than the NFL, because we've also seen guys who weren't the biggest names in college, and they go on to play 10, 12, year. A guy like James Thrash, who y'all probably don't remember that name, but he's a wide receiver with the Eagles, the Redskins. I think he played over a decade, and he went to some D4 college. But just whatever motivated him, whatever woke him up every morning, fit more for the NFL than in college. And then Renard Wilson is just a guy that came to mind who was a top 10 pick when I came out of Florida, literally could bench 600 pounds, was a freak of nature, and he barely plays 4 or 5 years. So I just think that the NFL is somewhat of a different sport, and some guys are just made for the league.
Yeah, you kind of fall in that category. You were made for the NFL. You went to Rice.
Yeah, I was in a big name.
You didn't go to Rice thinking NFL afterwards. You
always dream of it.
Well, but your dad made sure you went to Rice because he thought you were going to have to get a real job.
Exactly. Yeah. Just in case the NFL doesn't work out. And I also think it's that chip on the shoulders. The grind to going into the NFL. for the first few years, it's like, I got to make the team. I got to make the team. So you're really grinding where some guys come in like, oh, I'm the guy, I'm the cat's meow. And then after a while, it just all catches up to him.
Hey, was he taking a shot at Rice?
He always does.
Rice football?
Yeah,
I think he was.
Well, maybe Rice football, but the shot at right, like everybody I know that goes to Rice doesn't go there thinking I'm going to Rice and going to the NFL, right? You go to Rice so you can be everybody's boss when you're done with college, right?
But keep in time, when I went, it was still the Southwest Conference. So it's the best of both worlds.
It was still Rice.
It was,
right. I mean, I mean, but to you, it's like somebody at Vanderbilt. Well, they're in the SEC. But they're going to be somebody's boss in 10 years, not necessarily a 10-year career. Fitzpatrick didn't go to Harvard thinking he was going to have this long NFL career and then be a TV personality on NFL Network.
Good point.
Where'd Jason Garrett go? Was it Princeton? Princeton. Same thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, those guys are smart, though. I mean, guys that go to Rice, Princeton, Harvard. You got that playbook in the bag.
Or you just want to leave your options open, just in case this doesn't work out, then maybe I can do.
Because you had other options, other big time options.
Yeah, everyone assumed I was going to UT because Priest Holmes was there. He was a year ahead of me.
Yeah,
and I was partying with him every weekend.
Yeah,
so the coach was like, "Oh, we know you're coming here."
Yeah,
that phone call to tell them I wasn't. That was one of the toughest calls I had to make.
Yeah. Imagine though, put yourself then. Your options are Rice or Texas. And the NIL money was a real thing. You'd have been a Longhorn.
Absolutely. Like when people ask if you were coming out now obviously there's different conferences, but with the NIL, it would have been hard to turn down what some of these kids are getting. My son didn't even play at Baylor, and the money that he's getting, he redshirted this year. I'm like, wow, like you better get your ass on the field next year so you can pay me back for the last 18 years. But
it ain't coming back, bro. It ain't. Is he staying at Baylor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I told him we're not doing this one and done thing. You're going to give it all you got first.
Nice. See, I love that.
Well, and he's getting paid to not play.
Not a lot, but for
still,
me, because I remember when I was in college.
Are you paying for his rent?
Well, we bought a house.
You bought a house. All right.
Yeah.
Of course. You did. I mean, for people that don't know, Indy, while he's the cheapest rich guy you'll meet, he's a real estate mogul in Houston.
It was a fixer-upper.
He owns, well, that's all you have. He owns half of Houston's real estate.
No, I wish. That's a Olajuwon. He actually owns half of Houston.
And then the other half, 20%. You got a lot of real estate down there.
I mean, I had to get ready for life after football.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, he had to quit his radio job because the real estate stuff was taking off too much.
Guy went to Rice. He knows what he's doing.
I didn't want to end up like some of my colleagues. Pushing weight down I-45.
It happens.
Shout out to Nate Newton. But, Look, I don't want to have to deal with those guys.
Exactly. San Antonio Sports Hall of Famer Indy Kalu in town because the ceremony was last night. Fun when you went in a couple of years ago, and glad you're coming back and take a part of that event. You still do stuff in San Antonio. You've got a camp coming up as well.
Yeah, and it all started with you. I mean, your push got me into the San Antonio Hall of Fame, and I said, "There's no way I can't do something for San Antonio." So last year we started a free camp. This year we're having it at Cornerstone, June 29th. So I'll let you know as we get closer. It's totally free. Cornerstone's done an awesome job just giving us the field to use.
What kind of age group?
A good question. 7th grade to 12th grade.
Gotcha.
So you're too old, Jeff.
Hey, you come out.
I'll come out
and help out. I see you look fit, like you come help out.
Thank you, Indy.
No, I see it. I see it.
See, I got to deal with this guy.
If you go to Eventbrite and just put in my name, Indy Kalu, the information will come up.
Awesome.
And it's totally free. Like I said, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't free.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Eventbrite. And you're doing this with Priest Holmes, too,
Priest
right?
Holmes, his foundation's helping out. Eric Brown, who went to Judson, won a Super Bowl ring. He's going to come down. So we're bringing down some NFL players to just help coach up the San Antonio.
That is how old that is. All three of those names, man, I covered in high school.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm getting old.
And we're getting old.
Yeah, but not as old as that guy.
Man.
I mean, it was like listening to Jim Rackley last night as he went in the Hall of Fame. And, Dustin Quinney, the quarterback who threw that last-second pass in the state champ. That was 2002.
Wow.
I mean, Quinny looks older than all of us. It is
incredible.
like, that can't be.
I almost teared up when Jim Rackley was up there. That was cool.
Rackley's the best, man.
That was my first time actually. I've heard about it. Real quick, I know you're up against it. The coolest thing for last night for me, D.W. Rutledge, and for those who don't know, legendary coach from Judson. When I was a kid, we would see him in the paper, be like, "That's the man right there." Yeah, Tom Landry, D.W. Rutledge. For him to come up to me yesterday and say, "Hey, are you Indy Kalou? Man, I used to hate playing against you in high school." I was like, "Man, this."
That's a hell of a compliment.
Awesome.
That was one of the greatest feelings. I was texting all my friends. D.W. Rutledge just said what's up to me. So that was cool. What an awesome dude.
Well, that's awesome to hear. Frank Arnold was there last night. It was a hell of a night.
It was
Fun night. Indy Kalou, that football camp coming up on June 29th. Just go to Eventbrite, write in ND Kalou, and all the details will pop up there. I'm glad you make it easy. For those of us that didn't go to Rice, you don't have some really long website. And
I was upset that they said, but I hope that's easy because they said just go to Eventbrite. And I was like, what the hell is an Eventbrite? And they're like, look, they'll know what it is.
Yes.
They get some free food, man.
Yeah, well, that's why he's
delicious.
Here. That's literally why he's here. Free food, free beer. You guys can come by here, Tri-County Meat Market on Heebner, and get free food. Samples from Yingling as well as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 FM.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
There's a 3-year-old girl named Audrey who has already pretty much got the vocal chops to be a metal singer.
I'm gonna sing right now. I like
Wow.
Do you like metal, JD?
I do, actually. Depends on, I like Metallica. My car's made of it.
Let's get some metal. The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits from financially strong insurers.
Call 800-715-9880.
That's right, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling today.
Call 800-715-9880. That's 800-715-9880.
Sponsored by Annuity General. Producers have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer. Increased income is possible using strategies suited to your goals and may require buying multiple annuities and holding them full term.
Are you tired of looking at your old grimy and mildewy bathtub, looking to replace it with a beautiful walk-in shower, but cash is tight? For as little as $89 a month, no payments for 12 months for consumers who qualify. Remodeling Loans can put you into a beautiful new walk-in shower in as little as 1 day. You can rest easy knowing that Remodeling Loans, a network of certified contractors, screened and handpicked by us, offers premier products, top-rated service, and value, increasing the beauty, safety, and value of your home. A new walk-in shower will also provide you with a germ-free, slip-resistant, safe, and beautiful new bathroom. Call 800-921-1403 and take advantage of our holiday special of free installation. Our agents are standing by, ready to schedule your appointment with our design team at no cost and no obligation to you. All callers will receive a free upgrade of premium colors just for calling today. A beautiful new walk-in shower is now within reach. Call 800-921-1403. That's 800-921-1403.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less? Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples' Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. N61, visit staples.com/print for details.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. Your coworker Kyle said bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive could save you money. Bad news. While saying this, Kyle was eating your clearly labeled lunch. Dumb news. Pizza near work costs $7 a slice, and it tastes like drywall covered in ketchup. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and enjoy more lunches far away from Kyle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix out at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location. Lots of samples that we're giving away here, food samples. I know, Joe, you were just over there at the trailer.
I was, but I was talking to the Chavano Park's finest over there. So
quit trying to suck up to all the cops here and get to know them.
This is my hood, man.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, did you ask how true the sticker is?
They're not going to tell me that, and even if they did, I'm not going to say it on the radio.
But
we got to. It's a secret.
Well, I know, especially in Chavano Park, they have a card. And if you get the card and they pull you over and you show them the card, they'll tell you have a nice day and make sure you they'll just follow you home. Make sure you get
right?
there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, generally that's reserved for Spurs players, but you know, I mean,
as the captain said, don't believe everything you hear.
Well, that's not true.
Well, fortunately, I haven't had to find that out yet.
Well, you say fortunately.
So, yes, fortunately. So,
yeah.
No, these guys are always driving around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's a great neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just don't speed through there.
No, don't speed through there.
That's right. No speed bumps, but don't be speeding through there, man.
Yeah, 36 and a 35, man, it costs you a fortune.
That's right. Go 34. Come on.
Don't be that guy. You can't be that guy, because then they might think you're going too slow and wonder what's wrong.
Well, that's a good point.
Yes.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, I just always kind of, like when I leave here, you can go down to the right, but that puts you in Chavano. So if you go left, you get out of Chavano.
No, left takes you back to Chavano.
Yeah, but when you get all the way up to Blanco, and then you don't have to. Or Huebner,
Blanco. Okay.
Huebner and Bitters. You don't.
See, I don't go that far.
I know,
man.
but
that's like going out of town.
Well, it is technically for you.
It is.
Although you don't realize you're in another town.
No. Well, you do.
Well, yeah, no, the air is different in Chavano.
It looks a lot different. Yeah, of course.
It looks a lot different.
Perfect.
Yes. You go from one bad road to the next.
Uh-huh.
It's all under construction.
Dude, I can't wait till the military's finished. They've been working on that for a while.
They've been working on all kinds of roads for a while.
No kidding.
And you just wonder if they're ever going to get finished. Just like last night. Last night I'm driving home from the Alamo Dome after the San Antonio Sports Star Hall of Fame event. And, at this point you look, does 1604 look open, or is it all red? Because that would change the way you come home.
Yeah.
And it showed that it was clear. And then as you're coming up 281 and you're on the flyover, you can't get on 1604.
Man,
and it just spits you onto the access the rest of the way.
I hate that. I was in Bernie. It was last weekend, seeing a friend of mine out there, and it took me a long time to get home, and I didn't realize it, but you couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't go the frontage road. You couldn't go the freeway. So it was just it was a complete mess.
It really is. Now, as we get ready for next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is going to be a big night because we get the NFL schedule release.
Yeah.
And with that, I mean, people will start planning their road trips. People, all right, the Cowboys are playing on this day, because we already know the home and road games for every team.
Right.
We know the Houston Texans will play at Kansas City, and a lot of people are hoping that becomes the season opener, which will be a Thursday night in Kansas City. So I imagine a lot of Texans fans are going to try to get tickets and book flights. So, I mean, schedule release is a big deal. And now you're looking at some of the other things in today's world of things not being very traditional. Netflix, according to reports, is in line to host 2 Christmas Day games.
Yep. Netflix. I think everybody was pretty impressed with the live show that they had, whether you like the event or not. The Netflix pulled it off, the Tom Brady roast.
Yeah.
And that was all live, and I didn't see any glitches at all. So I think, that they showed that they can do it. Not saying that the NFL was waiting for that to make a decision, but now they know Netflix is a player.
Well, and you wonder, though, there was all this uproar with Amazon.
Yeah.
Because not everybody had Amazon, so you had to make the decision, do I buy Amazon just for these Thursday night games or not? It's another subscription that I'm going to have to get. The playoff game that was on Peacock, and we were all out. Now I got to go get Peacock, or hope that a bar is going to have it. I don't know that we're going to have that same kind of uproar over Netflix, because it kind of feels like everybody's
Netflix. Got Netflix. I don't think it's going to be an issue, and boy, if the NBA's got to be the saddest about the NFL playing a couple of games on Christmas Day. I mean, they just have to be like, dude, are you kidding me? It's a Wednesday. Can you not take a day off? But they're not going to. I mean, it was such a success last year having some NFL games on Christmas Day. They're going to do it again. And look, Jason, I would be surprised if that's not a tradition now, regardless of the date, that there will be NFL games on Christmas Day.
Is it better or worse for the NBA if the NFL games are on Netflix? Because if you're on Netflix, it's more difficult, takes more time to switch back and forth. If the NFL game is on Fox and basketball is on ABC, it's easy during a commercial break to just jump over and watch a little bit of basketball and jump back. It's not as easy if you're watching on an app like Netflix or on Peacock or something like that. Because at first when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's actually good for the NBA. And then I thought, well, it's actually worse because it's just harder to jump back and forth between the two.
So it just depends on what you want to watch at that particular time. Who are the matchups for the NFL? What are the matchups? There are always good matchups in the NBA on Christmas Day. So it depends on what matchup you want to watch. But, for me, that time of year, I think that's when the NBA season should begin. And I guess unofficially, that's when it does begin.
Yes, that's when it does.
But the NFL Christmas time, I mean, you're coming down to, you got to win to get playoff spots and people chasing. And so it's kind of the end of the season. So for me, that's more exciting to watch. And that's probably what I'll be watching.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's no doubt
right.
what I'm going to be watching. And it almost regardless of the matchups. And then, of course, where do you have some money?
Always,
and all of that is going to factor in as well. Again, we'll find out next Wednesday night. You guys need to come visit us here at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location. You can meet the newest member of the San Antonio Sports Star crew, A.J. Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. He is here.
Can't wait to meet that guy. I haven't met him all. It's been a long time.
It's been at least 30 minutes since you've been introduced to A.J. Hoffman. And if you come up to him right now, he's got sausage in his mouth. He also has some burnt ends.
No, those are fajitas right
Oh, he's got the fajitas? I thought I saw burnt ends on his place. He's got fajitas and he's got some sausage.
The fajitas they melt in your mouth.
It all does. I mean, you think about who's grilling up the food right now, and not often you get food grilled up by world champions, but championship series competition smoker from America's barbecue outfitter, the Horizon Smokers. And they were telling us they won worlds twice.
Yes. Yeah, they're good. And they've got a hell of a setup over there. I mean, if nothing else, you say hello to us, but just get some free samples.
Well, that's it.
It's worth the trip over
That's
here.
it. Yeah, there's plenty of food. And all the meats from Tri-County Market, seasonings are from Tri-County Meat Market. And as long as Joe isn't cooking it, it's going to be great.
Well, he'll sign some rub for you, though.
He will. He will sign his bottles of rub.
He'll absolutely do that.
Yes.
If he's got time. I mean, the
got
guy's
time.
pretty good rub. Joe's pretty busy, so I don't know if he's going to have time to do that or not, but
he works harder now that he retired than when he was actually working here.
Well, I think his kids would rather he go retire.
Yeah, they'd like him to go fishing.
Yes.
Get a place down at the coast and come back on Tuesday.
They got it. I love Tri-County Meat Market, man. It's a great place and great folks.
Fly by Yingling is here. They've got some prizes to give away. If your birthday is on Sunday, and you can prove that with your driver's license, they will hook you up with some incredible prizes along with some free samples. So come hang out with us here at Tri-County Meat Market. The Huebner Road location is we're here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, the lottery ramifications, where are the Spurs drafting? And we'll update the NBA playoff schedule and find out exactly how much meat Rob handled over the weekend. Party starts at 6 right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Pork rinds pack a protein punch and are the boldest low-carb snacks out there. Skip the chip and try Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds for that ultimate crunch. And with flavors that will have you craving for more, the time to stock up on Southern Recipe at H-E-B is now. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Be big, be bold, be adventurous.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax. Touchdown! A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas, only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, we have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions. They'll tell you if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-460-3550. So if you've been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, call now. Find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-460-3550 to speak with a live person now.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them.
With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise.
No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures.
It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less? Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. And 6-1, visit staples.com/print for details.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist? Huh, you don't say. I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Play ball! Missions Baseball returns Tuesday night at Wolf Stadium. Join us for AARP $2 Tuesday, presented by 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First pitch is at 7:05. Go to samissions.com for tickets.
The NFL is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live out at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location. Got free food samples, got Yingling Flight, got that cooler you could win, other barbecue products. If your birthday is Sunday, they're just going to give you that cooler. It's
well, you got to be a mother, though.
No, you don't have to be a mother. Oh, you have to be a mom and it's your birthday?
You got to be a mom.
It's too damn complicated.
It's Mother's Day.
I mean, I don't know. You trying to give this thing away or keep it for yourself?
Well, I wouldn't be opposed to keeping it for myself.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know.
I mean, you could do that.
Sure.
You could do that. So
but
come by here.
Anybody, but I've
well,
got one.
And again, you could always have two.
I could have another one.
You could have another one. That could be your carry-on.
Yeah, it could be.
That could be your carry-on.
Airlines frown on you taking your own alcohol, though, don't they?
Well, I didn't say take. I said you could use it as your carry-on.
Well,
and then when you get the Wells Fargo tournament tomorrow, you could have your own cooler ready to go.
I would not put anything else in that except alcohol. It just doesn't seem right.
Yes. Well, with that one, I think you couldn't put anything but Yingling in there.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm a Flight guy, though.
Well,
Flight by Yingling.
I mean, that's still a Yingling product.
Well, it is, but that's like a traditional lager.
Yeah.
See, I've got the Flight by Yingling one.
Yes. Kanga cooler, which is perfect because holds a 12-pack perfectly. Don't even need ice. Just reach in there and grab your beer.
Dude, have you had the fajitas?
I have not.
They're outstanding.
I mean, between you, Greg Shelton, and AJ Hoffman, I just hope there's some here for the people.
There's plenty.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's plenty out there.
So get on out here to Tri-County Meat Market. Mother's Day this weekend. They've got 10% off a variety of items inside, including prime ribs and Texas toothpicks. And, you got to take care of mom this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Tri-County Meat Market, both locations, but especially here at Huebner where we're at today. They always offer that 10% discount for military and first responders. You could do the pick 5 for $25. Get on out here to Tri-County Meat Market. And while you're here, you can get some of the new Tri-County rub that they have here. And if you're kind, I mean, Joe Herring is sitting by himself right now. And I say by himself, Rob Thompson is there, but Rob didn't get a bottle to get autographed by Joe Herring.
Well, so I just got a thought. You think if I get Joe to autograph this to Maggie and say Happy Mother's Day, I could just give her this.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
But do you really want to give Joe's rub to your wife? I mean, you're the one that uses it.
True.
Is she going to go seasoned steaks with that?
Well, she might.
I mean, that's like a lot of gifts that we give our wives that are really gifts for us, if you know what I mean.
But the difference is it will say Happy Mother's Day from Big Joe.
Oh, yeah, you could do that.
I mean, there's a difference.
Because you're Little Joe.
Well,
I mean,
that's not.
I'm just saying.
That's not the myth.
We got a good 12 inches here that we can play with.
It says Big Joe's Gourmet Steak Season.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Big Joe there. So,
Well,
you don't want to confuse her, do you?
No, she wouldn't be confused. Maybe she would. I don't know. All right, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm just still thinking about the Mother's Day thing.
It's a bad idea, Jeff.
Yeah. I got to see. I got to ask AJ, but AJ's got kids. When he and Rob Thompson are going to join us here in a little bit. If he gets his wife a Mother's Day present,
well, AJ's off the hook this year.
Well, because he's here, but he's not off the hook.
He's off the hook.
No, he's not.
He really is off the hook.
I
mean, technically, he's sleeping on the couch regardless.
Well, that's true, but I mean, yeah, women have long memories.
I mean, when there's separation, like right now, I think some things you could just forget. She would just forget about. There's other things that he probably does that she doesn't. Missing Mother's Day isn't going to be one of them.
Well, we'll see. I want to ask because I'm still taking advice. I mean, I don't know what to do about all of this stuff. So
you said you already went.
Well, I got a card, but apparently
got a card
by some, Greeny's talking about it, and what's his guy's name, Himbo?
Yeah.
So Himbo is we're like-minded. It's like, well, she's not my mother.
Yeah.
She's the mother of the kids, but she's not my mother. So, why?
You got to get something.
Well, I did. I got a card, but he said that's not enough.
You'll get some jewelry. But you also have to get a card from the dogs.
From the dogs.
Your dogs have to give Maggie a card.
Well, I think we're all three going to be in on that card.
I don't know if you can get away with that.
I can. I'm going to try.
I mean, she'll be disappointed.
Well,
I think you're going to be in trouble on that one.
Well, it could be, but you live and learn.
I mean, you're over 60, sir.
I am.
At what point do you not learn anymore?
Well, it's my third marriage, so I don't know. I'm still learning. So I doubt that. Does that answer that question?
Well, I mean, third time is a charm, though.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I remember at the wedding, it was our third and last.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you both said that. Of course, you said that at 2 and at 1, but it kind of goes that way. Holy cow. What do we have over here?
What is that? Is that a brisket?
Man,
wow. Are you cooking that?
18 hours.
Wow.
See, here's a guy that just bought a seasoned brisket. And see, and this is a guy, he's like Joe Reinagel.
Oh, exactly.
I'm not going to trim it. I'm not even going to season it. Tri-County Meat Market, they will do all the work, and all I have to do is go home and put it on the smoker and not screw it up.
Well, that tells you that we're smart because the experts, it's like going to the doctor, and you need surgery. Well, let me do it myself. I mean, come on.
Well,
that's not what you do.
There are some people that like to stitch themselves up. I mean, it could happen. It's not quite the same.
Wow.
That's a good-looking brisket, too.
That's a damn good-looking brisket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go to his house this weekend.
Yeah.
Are you putting that on tonight? Are you going to put that on tonight? They'll be ready at midnight.
Mañana.
Oh, tomorrow. All right, tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see how that works out.
That's going to work out just fine.
Yeah,
see,
I
know how I'll get a review, I promise, from either Eddie here or Mr. Daryl Havey.
Well, and you know damn well he's going to tell you it was wonderful.
Of course. Well, Daryl will tell me the truth.
Daryl will lie to you. Daryl will lie to you. I mean, again, you're not going to mess that up.
No,
that brisket looks good.
It's fantastic.
If you think about
it's going to be good.
Mother's Day weekend, you want to make sure that you're doing it right with the family in town. So whether you're brisket, a prime rib, maybe a rack of ribs. I was thinking about getting some St. Louis style ribs. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow.
Well, what does Joanna want? Doesn't matter what you want.
Joanna says typically, whatever you're doing, I'm fine with. If she is not the one having to cook, she is generally pretty happy with whatever it is that we're doing.
All right, fair enough.
Because Sunday we're going to my mother's house.
Oh, that's right.
And
for some microwave ribs.
No, we're not getting any microwave ribs. I told my mother we're going out to eat. You should not have to cook on Mother's Day.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Rob just discovered the bottle of Tri-County Meat Market rub. It was autographed by Big Joe.
Yeah, don't be running off with that, Rob.
Exactly. Rob Thompson, AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. They are here live at Tri-County Meat Market. If you haven't heard, we have a new morning show. We'll introduce you to AJ Hoffman. Coming up here on The Blitz, live out at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location. Now, it is a Friday. You have your weekend plans. And, of course, Mother's Day is on Sunday. You want to make sure you're there at Mother's Day. You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, you know the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Riding 1604 with the Blitz.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
What's keeping you from learning the language you've always wanted to speak?
Too hard. Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make learning fun.
Fun isn't hard.
Right. And in 10 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons are designed to get you having real conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
That's not long.
It's not hard.
It's perfect.
It starts here. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
QC Kinetics provided amazing pain relief for a former professional baseball player, and you have access to the same life-changing treatments as retired Braves pitcher Jose Alvarez.
I put a lot of stress and strain and work on my right arm, but my right elbow took most of the damage with 3 surgeries.
Arthritis developed, and the pain was unbearable.
It wasn't just pain when I was trying to play sports. It was anytime I was moving the right elbow. It was pretty excruciating at times.
That's when Jose discovered QC Kinetics and the regenerative treatments that help the body heal itself, restoring damaged tissue and providing relief with no surgery or downtime. Jose's message to the medical professionals at QC Kinetics:
my elbow is feeling outstanding. Where were you 10 years ago, for crying out loud?
QC Kinetics is right here. Call for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. QC Kinetics, 210-571-0318.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. You know, I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. You know, basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Silence is golden, especially when it comes to brakes. That's why Napa Silent Guard are built to be one of the smoothest and most quiet brakes on the market. Made with fiber-reinforced shims that eliminate noise for the light hardware for a better fit, and quality design that meets and exceeds own performance. Silent Guard brakes deliver the stopping power drivers demand. Available now at Napa locations nationwide.
Napa!
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Major League Baseball tonight. The Texas Rangers return to action after their day off yesterday. They're in Colorado to open up a series with the Rockies. First pitch there, set for 7:40. By the way, you can catch that game on ESPN 1250 AM beginning at 7 o'clock. Astros avoided the sweep in New York. And now they'll open up a series in Detroit against the Tigers. That will be first pitch at 5:40.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. On this Friday before Mother's Day, live out at Tri-County Meat Market, the Hebner Road location. The grill is smoking over there. Lots of great meat on that grill. Fajitas seem to be a very popular choice. That, according to Greg Shelton, who's the pickiest eater out here. Even if it's free, he eats like a 5-year-old. But he loved those. Flight by Yingling is here. Lots of great prizes to give away, including that Yingling cooler that you could win if it's your birthday on Sunday.
Now, what is this on YouTube here? We got AJ. We got me, you, and Rob in these small screens, and then AJ's like.
Well, AJ's the new guy, and we're
on the screen,
and we're introducing.
Yeah, not sure.
I'm not even on
the screen. I'm not sure if you're aware. This is about me now.
Well,
apparently, nobody told me that yet.
And you realize that. There's Rob, and James Pledger is on there.
Yeah. I don't see Rob yet. Where's Rob? There he is.
Yeah, Rob's there. Rob is here. There's video proof.
Now we got it right.
Yes, there we go.
Darn it.
All right.
Well, wait a second. Now I got half a face.
Now I just got shuffled off.
Just keep looking. It will get there. You're a little behind.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Good Lord.
The egos of these TV guys.
You're
cutting off my hair.
Exactly.
Well,
that's the best part.
I got one thing going for me. You're cutting it off.
And you with no hair, you try to crop the picture to be just like that so they don't see the baldness.
He's got a lot of gray hats.
I got like 2, 3 gray. Well, maybe I do have a lot of gray hats.
Yeah, like great hats. That's cool.
That's a good hat.
Yeah.
Truth Barbecue.
Man, good spot.
Truth.
Good spot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Rob normally would have a hat on by now. You wake up from your nap and throw on a hat and come back to work.
My hats don't fit anymore.
Why is that, sir?
Because I grew hair.
Well, get rid of the mullet.
Well, no.
I mean, it's
now it's got its own personality.
Well, I mean, your mullet was about to get its own Instagram account, and you finally trimmed it up a little bit, and you said you got a haircut, and I was like,
I got them all cut.
They missed.
They missed a spot with yours too.
No. I mean, that's
or they hit a spot.
Yeah, no. That is a tribute to Manu Ginobili.
Yeah,
I mean that is a
his
tribute.
favorite player.
I mean, the Spurs won't build those guys a statue down there, so this is the least I could do to honor my favorite player. Yes.
Fair enough. So that's what it is. We said, is it a tribute band or a cover band? It's a tribute.
Tribute.
That is truly a tribute.
Yeah,
because it's only for one dude.
Although I'll tell you, AJ, we were in Los Angeles, I think, a Super Bowl in Los Angeles. Joe had just started. It's our first trip, and we're looking at all these pictures of what we were doing that day, whoever we were interviewing, and I'm looking at the pictures, and I'm like, well, who's that? Oh, crap. I had no idea it was getting that bad back there. I mean, none, because, you don't see back there until you see a picture and somebody takes a picture from behind. I had no idea it had gotten to that point.
Mine got to that, and that's when I said, I'm done. I don't want to fight it. I said, I'm gonna lean into it and own it, and that's what I did. I just started to thin out back there to the point where I could see through the hair, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I just started shaving my head.
Isn't that hard to do? Shave your head? It's
not anymore.
Really?
I used to shave it every time I was in the shower. Now I have one of those little handheld machines.
Okay.
That when I'm done brushing my teeth, I run that thing over my head, and it's done for the day.
It's done. All right.
So every day. That's part of your routine.
Part of my routine.
See, I always thought being a bald guy, it's easy. You just go. You don't have anything
but the problem
to
is,
do.
If I didn't cut my hair for long enough, I could probably do what you're doing. But
in the front, it's fine. It's just in the back.
That's what I'm saying. I can grow. That's my weak spot too.
Yeah,
is the back. That's where I don't really have an option. I don't know now. I haven't had hair in so long, but when it started, I had hair similar to yours. I was everywhere except one spot. But that one spot was enough for me to say, no, I'm not fighting this.
Were you married when you did this already, or was it
No.
before you got married?
Before I got married.
Oh, wow. Well,
No, when you were
good.
fighting,
Yeah.
was the bald look part of the fight game when you were doing MMA?
Yeah.
See, I would think if I was fighting MMA, I'd want to be bald.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure. And if you're training with people, you want them to be bald because there's nothing worse than like rolling around on the wrestling mat with someone who's got hair like Rob.
Oh, yeah.
And the sweat drips on you like it product. That makes me want to
covered
actually
in
fight.
mousse.
Like I'm like, okay, we're training, but now I want to hit you for real because that's disgusting.
I'd use my hair as a weapon.
No kidding.
It'd be
It
like
would
a-
dry and
like
get
a
hard that
shield.
I could take an
Bam.
eye out.
That's it.
But yeah, I was like, I'd shave the armpits. I didn't want any hair that could get caught on anything. So I was I like
Me either, really.
I like to fight hairless.
It's kind of something I've lived by most of my life.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Try to have no hair caught on anything.
That's right.
Yes.
We're not talking about your zipper.
I'm sorry. Well, no.
Dude,
What kind of show are you guys doing here?
that
I
hurts.
don't know.
That you do that once, you'll never do it again. Or get a little skin caught in there. I mean, it's you do it once, you'll never do it again. I mean, that's an insane amount of pain.
It is. It's an unfortunate idea.
Yes.
The placement of the zipper
Absolutely.
and the locale of
Yes.
its use.
Yes.
But also the most convenient.
Sharp teeth coming together.
It's just miserable.
Well, again, though, I mean,
But did you ever have button-fly jeans? Were you at the age of button-fly?
I tried them, right? And they're like, what a pain in the ass.
But that's all we had back then. And
back
I got
then.
a pair. I got a pair for Christmas a couple of years ago. A pair of button flies. It
Uh-huh.
was like the OG shrink to fit 1980s button.
Right, right.
And they are super comfortable.
Oh,
but
they're great.
I can't wear them to a club.
If you're drinking,
No, it's not so much the
Club.
egress. It's not so much the exit.
A club? What club?
Bar, any bar, because what you turn.
This dude said club.
No,
like
but the
you're,
club- you know,
you're out
we-
grinding on
the club.
chicks. Like
that was an unfortunate use of words.
you have
But
no idea.
I hate being that dude in the bathroom, like trying to get the like, dude. You can rip it
especially
open.
at his age.
Oh,
when
dude.
it comes, it comes.
There
He didn't
is
have time to
no.
fiddle with his.
I got a ticking time bomb.
you ain't kidding.
I got and sometimes the warning is ridiculously short.
Dude, and you know,
Not just a warning.
It's not a warning; it is a full-on exit.
you know what I find? It's like it has a mind of its own because
I
always
find the
has.
same thing.
right,
man.
right. Well, because
Yep.
the closer I get to my house, the
It knows.
worse I have to
It knows.
pee. It's
It
like,
does.
It knows.
he's close. It's time, and I'm
So
like,
let's do
gee.
this to him. Let's go really hard right
Yes,
now
right
as he's
now.
trying to use the brake.
oh man, don't get old, fellas. That's all I'm telling you. Don't.
Check engine light.
Okay,
turns on.
yes, it does.
Get control of your program, Jay.
Seize it.
Well, see, what the problem with these two is they get together and pee talk happens,
Yeah.
right?
We talk of what we know.
The Super Bowl this year in Las Vegas, my daughter was with us as our extra helper, and
Oh man, yeah, I can't be held responsible for conversations held.
we are in a car.
How old is she?
25.
Okay.
She's 25. She works at a radio station in Phoenix, and she's a great helper, right? And she understands what we're doing, but she's with a bunch of old dudes. And we're in a car, and traffic is bad, and one of them had to pee, and we couldn't get to the bar fast enough. And then Rob starts talking about, he woke up at, 1:30 in the morning, and, I had to pee so bad, and I'm sitting there, and I got 2 drips.
You run, and you get the full on, like, we got to go. Yeah. And you get there, like, well, what about now? Where are we at now?
And Joe's like, oh, there's nothing worse than when you're in the bathroom and you can't pee and you feel like you've got to. And then if you're in a public spot and you got the guy next to you just making all those weird
Why
noises.
you guys do all these commercials? Why is no one doing one for a prostate doctor? It seems like you guys need some sort of help.
Yeah, you got to talk to these sales guys.
I figure this is my advertisement.
Yes, two of the people do.
Okay.
Yeah. But you're right. There's something there. So, Piss Talk with Rob and Joe is
could
common.
be a segment. Might be a show.
I got bad news. I got bad news for you, Pledger. That show you're doing at 6 o'clock, it just got canceled.
Yeah.
There's a new sheriff in town called Rob's Prostate.
Yes,
and
it's
got
a
his own
short
badge.
stream. Yes, it's a short stream.
It's a short stream.
At SASports.com.
Will it be streaming? Little bits at a time.
2:45, 3:15.
Little bits at a time.
See, I'm not that bad yet.
What do you mean?
Well,
No, I'm not that bad.
I'm not getting up every hour.
No, but there's 2 nights. There's
But
2.
sure.
Yeah.
Two a night?
2 a night. Well, I'm getting up at 3, so I count that one too.
That's why I just wear a diaper to bed. It's like, why?
Yeah,
get
that's
up?
not a bad
It's a
idea.
good idea, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people frown on it, but I mean,
Hey, the older I get.
All right. I'm almost afraid to ask this question, Rob. But I'm supposed to ask you, why are we calling you Robbie Pickles?
no, not Pickles. They got
Pickles.
it wrong. That's his new
Pickles.
wacky morning
That's
show.
my
name.
wacky morning show name.
Robbie Tickles?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard. There's a wacky morning show on now.
Oh,
Is
really?
They do.
Tell me about it.
If you would
Go on.
if you would properly introduce me, maybe I
Well,
would.
I did.
Kind of.
I did.
The morning huddle. If you haven't heard, we're doing that show every day from 6 to 10. We wake up and
Who's we?
Robbie Tickles and I.
Who's I?
AJ Hoffman.
There you go.
I don't know why we need to assign him a nickname.
Well, that's it. What is it? If you're Robbie Tickles,
I got to earn a nickname.
Yeah, you can't just.
Well, how did
He
you
hadn't been here
earn?
long
That's
enough
none
for
of your
a
business,
nickname.
pal.
How did
That's
you
none of
earn?
your business.
I don't know.
Robbie
Stop
Tickles.
asking questions you don't want the answer to.
No, I really want the
You
answer to
can't
that.
handle the truth.
Oh, I do
It's
because
something to do with his prostate that we just talked
well, we
about.
don't want to tickle his prostate. I can promise you.
Well,
I mean,
some of us don't.
There are people that do.
Whether I have to pay them or not.
Yes.
that's right. We got a new sponsor on board.
Yes.
Jackhammers.
Exactly.
AJ Hoffman. We're introducing
Thank
him
you.
as our new morning guy.
Nice to meet
with
you,
the morning
AJ.
show.
Good to meet you.
Yeah,
guys.
it's awesome. Yeah.
We're glad to be
You
part of
too
the team.
can meet AJ Hoffman and apparently Robbie Tickles or Rob Tom. Pickles is better.
No, that's terrible.
No, that don't. Tickles is going to hang around.
You have
because
no
it doesn't
idea.
Really feel
You have
right.
no idea how to put
But it'll
together a
stick.
wacky morning show.
Well, that's why I do afternoons.
That's right.
Although if all I'm going off is Robbie Tickles, neither do you. So we'll see how things go next week if you're back on Monday. AJ Hoffman, Rob Thompson, or Robbie Tickles here at Tri-County Meat Market. Come by, get some free samples, some free yingling. Get some meat for mom for Mother's Day this weekend because you know you're going to throw some great meat on that grill. Come hang out with us here at Tri-County Meat Market here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 FM.
Don't let pain keep you from doing the things you love. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. Whether you've been living with chronic and nagging pain for years, or if you've recently experienced an injury, our goal is to get you out of pain as quickly as possible. Arasti is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, Arasti accepts most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-419-2387. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-419-2387. 800-419-2387. 800-419-2387.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call free consultation. Call 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
George gets justice. In life's most challenging moments, getting the right help matters most if you've been injured. Get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. With a track record of success and a dedication to their clients, George gets justice. George Salinas Injury Lawyers is not just a law firm. They're your support system. Get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit GetGeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-881-4242. That's 800-881-4242.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less? Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples' Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. And 6-1, visit staples.com/print for details.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
I love San Antonio, man. I love it.
On 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
He said, Kalu, you got to go 6 inches deeper.
So did you go 6 inches deeper? All right, Pledge. I'm sure what you're doing there, but yeah.
He didn't let you know that he was going to play some sound.
No, absolutely not.
What kind of producer do you have?
Yeah, well, I got James Pledger.
Was that
okay?
Yeah, that was Indy Kalu.
I'd like to know the context of that conversation.
Well, we know it, but we can't tell you on live radio.
I mean, you know, typical Pledger, everything that is said in context, he just pulls the parts out and plays them out of context and makes you wonder, what the hell are you talking about?
I like that.
Yes. You know, and you figure Indy on his way back to Houston probably just walked out of Buc-ee's and is hearing that again.
Was he here?
Yeah.
Oh, he was here.
He was here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know he was here.
Yeah.
I'd have gotten here early.
He's big.
He's a big guy.
Yeah,
he looks like he can still play.
Yeah, dude. He's a great guy. Rob Thompson, AJ Hoffman.
I was looking for the noodles.
Guys are here.
The noodles.
We're here being Tri-County Meat Market, the Hebner Road location.
What a place, by the way.
What's that?
What a place, Tri-County.
Oh, it's awesome.
Very nice.
Being new to San Antonio, and I know you are you've got an offset smoker?
I did. I sold my offset when we moved to Vegas because I couldn't move it.
Yeah.
So I had somebody come over with a Bobcat and take it with them. So all I have now is a Pits and Spits, a pellet grill.
Okay.
And then I've got like a grill, like a little charcoal grill that I can do some like steaks on.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, but here in San Antonio, I've got nothing. So I don't have anything to grill on right now. So that's a real problem for me.
Yeah, and again, Tri-County Meat Market, did you go inside yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the meat counter we'll talk
That's
to you.
nice.
They just brought out what they call them avocado bombs.
I've never seen that before.
Oh my God.
They're delicious.
So with the avocado bombs, they completely seasoned. That's you just take that home and don't mess it up. But it's an avocado wrapped with hamburger meat and then wrapped with bacon.
I've never seen this before.
And you
this is a Tri-County exclusive.
Yes. And now I've tried making similar type things at home, but buying them here, they're ready to go. But that there is fantastic.
You got to try that.
Right. There's cheese in there.
Well, he came over and he cut it in half,
and it's like,
and then he like walked away with it.
Yeah, no
Like,
kidding.
what the hell's going on?
Yeah, well, I mean, because he understands Rob can't eat avocado, and he realized, I can't do that in front of Rob. I'm just teasing this SOB.
Avocado. I have. It sucks. Yeah, my life has not been easy.
Yeah, that sucks.
Are you allergic to all stone fruit?
Here we go.
It's the citric acid.
See, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they take the avocado.
Here we go.
Add cheese.
Joe, I can't eat
the seasoned hamburger. You wrap it in bacon. That is glorious.
Is that? Well, I cook them all the time.
Be great radio. It'd be worth it. What a commercial for the meat market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just chug a Benadryl. I just
so good it killed Rob.
Yes. Yeah. People are just dying to eat this.
That's right. Mainline some Benadryl. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Wow. So they also do a chicken breast that they stuff full of like an entire lasagna. The chicken breast is about the size of a football by the time they're done.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And I do the kind of the similar idea. It's called shotgun shells, but I do them a little different than what most of the traditional recipes are, kind of stealing this idea, but using the manicotti shells.
Nice.
It's fantastic.
That sounds good, man.
You stuff it with avocado?
A shotgun shell? No.
What do you stuff it with? He doesn't want to tell anybody. It's
cream cheese.
And yeah,
it's a secret recipe.
Cream cheese, sausage, cheese.
All right. And then you wrap it and bake it. And
everything wrapped in bacon is going to be better.
It to God.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
Well, just about. I had a hot dog yesterday wrapped in bacon.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I thought that was exclusive for LA.
It is not. I don't know why you think now a gutter dog wrapped in bacon. That every day you said, I'm going to get one of those. And every day you looked at the lady making them and said, I can't buy food from you. And you kept walking.
Well, I mean, dude.
But a bacon wrapped hot dog. Bacon wrapped hot dog it's pig on pig. It's going to be fantastic.
The place it's out in Southtown. They put crushed garlic on top of it. Gives it a little extra texture.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm in. I mean, it was unbelievable. I don't even like hot dogs usually.
Really?
I wanted to eat another one after I ate this hot dog.
All right. And again, we're here. I'm not,
they're great.
The hot dogs that they make and sell here are the best hot dogs you will ever eat.
No joke.
No joke.
Oh, they're good.
Right?
Yeah.
They in fact,
they plump when you cook them.
They really do. Honestly, they do.
Where's Joe? We get some hot dogs on this grill over here so AJ can get a sample. See if we can get some hot dogs. Next.
Maybe I'm team hot dog now. I don't know.
You might be.
Maybe
you
so.
might be. So this morning on the morning huddle, I heard, I didn't hear it live, but I heard you had quite a caller.
Yeah, Rob's very well connected in this town. I don't know if you know that.
Oh yeah, the Central Mafia is a real thing.
It is indeed.
But I don't know if this person was in said mafia, but they called in and they had some dirt on the new Spurs arena.
Nice.
One of the guys that had been forced into the NDA. So we found out what was behind the NDA this morning, and it was disturbing to say the least.
It's disturbing.
We protected his identity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and he had some stories for us.
Spurs have some interesting marketing ideas for the new Buc-ee's arena.
The Buc-ee's arena.
Buc-ee's arena.
So we're going to call it the Beaver Center.
There's a lot of there's going to be parking.
Okay.
Lots of parking.
Oh.
And clean bathrooms.
Well, there's going to be like
at a game.
Cleanest bathrooms you'll ever see.
Buc-ee's, and then there's going to be like Beaver Liquors across the street.
Okay.
Beaver Liquors.
Yes,
All right,
and then there's going to be Beaver parking, and then there's all that.
Okay.
And then they're going to. The idea was to market the ball as a Beaver Nugget, so the ball would then be.
Really?
It would look like you're dribbling a nugget.
Yeah. So, it's really an extreme idea, but the idea is not to have to tax us as San Antonians. They're finding alternative methods of revenue.
And the city government is inviting, they're going to build the stadium. They're like, where are we going to get this money? They're going to, all the drug money that gets seized in San Antonio is now going to go to the stadium fund. So what they're doing is they're inviting more drug dealers to come do business in San Antonio. Like they said, hey, if you're a Corpus drug dealer,
sounds entrapment like.
If you're a drug dealer in Corpus or Houston, like we're open. We're here for your business. We want you to sell drugs here
until we can build the arena. Then we'll crop down.
And then we'll crack down. The war on drugs.
So this guy called in. His name was Diego Chismos. So
okay.
I don't know about the name.
Well, I think I met Diego at your place before, right?
That was the other guy.
It was a different Diego?
That was a different Diego.
I mean, how many Diegos do we know here?
That guy was doing
because that guy at your pool party was incredible.
That guy was doing something entirely.
I mean, the fact that he got through your gate was the biggest surprise.
He was doing something off the books work we have done.
Oh, okay.
Some other stuff.
But yeah,
we
like have to do with the chickens,
you know.
some people enjoyed the interview and some people
No,
really
they
did not
didn't
enjoy
appreciate
it. Yeah, there's
the
some people who
honesty.
didn't like it. So, I mean, listen, people don't like truth. They don't want to hear it.
Did it make the audio vault at sasportstar.com, brought
I'm
to you
sure
by AA Best Bail Bonds,
you
so
could
people
find
could
it
go
there.
back and hear the call?
I would
About
assume.
3 hours and 15 minutes in.
Awesome.
2 hours and 15 minutes. It was 8:15.
8:15. That's right.
What time do you start?
6
o'clock.
as
Okay,
far as
math is
well,
hard.
I arrive at 6. I'm really part of the show about 8.
Okay.
The first couple hours, I kind of float in.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm partial.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, it's interesting because there's a hell of a lot of drug dealers here already.
Yeah.
Is there?
Oh, are you kidding me?
Do you
I'm
have
in San Antonio.
any phone numbers? Okay. Because I'm looking. I'm in the market.
Are you
I'm
law
not
enforcement
new
or are you just looking
I'm
for
new
new
in
connections?
town. I'm looking for a drug
Right,
dealer. Like,
yeah,
so,
sure.
Like, if anybody knows a good one, decent
Honest
prices,
one.
maybe. Yeah.
Well, drive
yes.
down the street and you'll find one. You know those guys that hold the sign? That's just the
That-
front.
they're drug
Yeah,
dealers.
that's yeah.
The guys who are spinning the signs, like
Well,
the mattresses.
Well, no,
they're doing
not those guys. I mean,
Oh.
generally, you know, you look for the guys that are, you know, they got lawn services. So when you send the money, you just in the description you put, you know, yard work.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
grass.
Grass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get it?
Uh-huh.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
I just got it. Oh
Sure,
man,
yeah.
that's a good one.
Isn't that good?
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
I don't think
Yeah.
a cop
I think
would ever
it's-
figure that out.
But what about when there's a bunch of snow? Do you guys have like a snowman emoji?
You realize we live in San Antonio, Texas.
That would be a dead giveaway.
Oh,
But
you think
there are certain times of year
I mean,
where you can get snow put on your Christmas tree.
Yeah.
For example,
Gotcha.
you know.
Yes.
I mean,
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yes.
Different emotions.
Flocky,
Yes.
flock.
Called
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Now, when there's actual snow here, most of us leave town and go to
Yes,
Mexico.
we go with
Gotcha.
Teddy.
Yeah.
We join Teddy Boy and go to Mexico.
I don't want to get political.
No, I don't either.
No,
but
no.
we all like Mexico. It's promoting
like
tourism.
Diego got political today.
Oh, did he
yeah,
really?
Yeah, got it. We're
He
not
said
sure he's gonna
that we
survive
asked
this.
about Pop and what his impact on the stadium was, or what his influence was, and he said, "Well, you know, Pop's really politically driven, and he said that we should wait until Trump's elected to build this thing because the interest rates are going to be
Interest
lower."
rates.
And I don't know anything about
So-
interest rates, but that was what he said.
Nice.
Like apparently Popovich thinks that's the case. I don't know.
It's controversial.
I didn't even know. Like, is it just given that he's getting elected? I don't know.
I
But
don't know, but
Popovich seems to think he
it's
is. According to Diego.
it was a difficult interview. Let's just say you might want to go back and listen. He checked out all about everybody that he seemed.
I'll be honest. About 10 minutes in, I was pretty sure it was fake.
It took you 10 minutes.
Wow.
10 minutes in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still not sure.
I'm not sure either. A lot of people think it was RJ.
No.
You know, disguising his voice.
Really?
Or Rudy.
Yeah.
So somebody thought it was you.
Oh yeah.
They
Several
said,
thought it was you, Joe.
Joe, this is a terrible accent you're doing.
Well, Joe does a lot of bad
I
accents.
do a lot of bad accents.
But
normally,
it's his natural
yeah,
one.
but normally it's not Diego. It's the guy from
stealing my
Lucky
Lucky
Charms.
Charms.
Yeah. I've got a few. You know, if you want to be entertained.
Hold on,
whatever,
he's
yeah,
got a
just tune
few.
In. Yeah.
He's
Well, we're
got
going to go have a beer after this,
Oh,
right?
for sure. I'll do them all for you.
He's got a few, yet they're all the same.
Well, sometimes
They're all the same.
Well, my English and Australian kind of get mixed together.
Yeah.
You know, so you got.
And it's the same as the Irish guy that
right,
you
the
do.
Irish guys do. Yeah.
He's stealing
my Lucky Charms.
I'm glad you're trying to separate them.
Well, yeah, I'm trying.
We got to get
But, you
Greg
know,
some deodorant, guys.
why?
I mean, the flies here are just crazy now. What
Well,
happened, Greg?
Well, I thought that was you.
Yeah,
No,
we
he's not
didn't
amused.
have any till you guys showed up.
Yeah. I know. I need my bug assault.
So I was Jason. I am addicted to the bug assault.
Isn't it great?
I live
It's
for
awesome.
an evening. I literally sit out on the porch and I'll take some like a piece of cake or something and sit it.
You
over
bait
on
them?
it. Oh, I bait the
Yes.
flies.
Oh, what a terrible
I am an
person.
assassin. I mean, I sit down. I'll take out 25 flies a night. It is the most fun.
Now,
you
do
can
you
have.
do you count them if you can't find their little bodies? Because
No, I have
sometimes you
to.
shoot them and,
But no,
and
but
the
you-
bodies disappear.
But they do go, if they are forced away by the stream or the salt. I count that as a kill.
Absolutely.
Different stream than earlier.
Oh, of course.
Entirely different.
Because that stream wouldn't kill a
No,
fly.
that would. No,
The
it
fly
wouldn't.
is slapping
It
back.
wouldn't even drown a fly.
I know, that'll ruin your shoes.
But so I count like a body part. I assume the wing means they're dead. But
Yeah.
it is I am Arnold Schwarzenegger when we get.
do you
that
have a
thing.
bug assault?
I don't.
Do you know what a bug
have
assault is?
The thing that shoots salt at?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing
Is it?
ever.
Yeah, I had to lock it up over the winter, but I've got it up, got it oiled up, ready to go.
Well, I love it. I love flies now.
There's no bugs in Vegas, so this is all new to me. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
get a
as you
bug
can see,
assault.
the flies are having a good time today.
Well, and the great thing with it,
They're trying to ruin our avocado.
Yeah,
bomb.
that's
I don't know if you've noticed this, but You start walking around and you look up, they all scatter.
Oh, they realize
It's
they're talking to each other.
Like they see it.
They know who I am.
And they know it's it's like the cop showed up at the party and all the kids scatter.
When I lived in Houston, I had my house had 2 gigantic old pecan trees, and my wife was like, "Oh, this is awesome," having these 100-year-old trees, until you realize that squirrels come with trees like that. And what squirrels like to do is, they like to chew up about
don't
half.
go anywhere with that.
They like to chew up about half.
Don't go anywhere with that.
And then throw it down on the ground, so you can't walk in your yard barefoot.
And
so
AJ has requested hot dogs, sir.
I started
hot dogs.
I would tell them, "Hey, tell your friends about this," and they would. The squirrels finally just stopped showing up.
You have to post their
They
heads
said, "We're
on
going
little
somewhere."
tiny pikes.
Yeah, you leave
You
up
have the little tiny pike.
We would nail their tails to the fence.
Let them know.
Yeah, tell your friends, Bubba.
Absolutely.
But then they started stinking, and my wife was like, I'm telling you, get rid of these things." But
I'll take out a squirrel. No problem.
I hate squirrels. They're disgusting.
No.
They, when you get close to it, like they look cute from about 20 feet away, and you get close to them, and they're disgusting creatures. So I don't mind shooting them.
They're aggressive. I was walking the dog one time. Go out, nice walk, nice morning. I see a squirrel crawling on the fence line. He literally turns around and starts running at me.
Dude, I think
And
that was
I thought-
a rabid squirrel.
Well, he might have been.
I'd have run from that one.
Scared the hell out of me.
He screamed.
Right to
Damn
the
squirrel
How
coming
big
right
was
at me. It was big enough
to scare you off, huh?
Well, he was coming at me, AJ.
If
we
a
gotta
squirrel
get you
turns
some.
on
We gotta get you some fight training or something. If
Maybe.
Sweep the leg.
Mouse is running at you, and you're running away from it.
Dude, it was a squirrel.
If
A
a
squirrel's
squirrel
just
turns
a mouse with a fluffy tail.
Well, I don't like
a
mice.
rabid squirrel.
Dude, he was mean.
Did you run away from it?
Well, yeah.
He screamed.
So what would you do? Just stand there? And
I would have punted it. I would have kicked it as far as I could.
Now. He says that now.
Say
That's
that.
exactly what I
Until
would do,
your
or
face
I'd
down.
stomp on it.
Yeah. He was on the fence. He was like eye level with me. He was coming for the face.
He was coming
What kind of dog do you have that's going to let that happen?
A little one.
One that was smaller than the squirrel.
My dog would not have allowed that. That's
Well,
all
the
I'm
dogs
saying.
couldn't see the squirrel. They didn't give a damn. They were pooping.
Well, what's the point of a dog if it's not there to protect you?
Wow.
Well, ask my wife. I don't know.
You got to understand these dogs. One of them has had 2 ACL surgeries.
Oh man. Well, I've had 3, so I can't really even make fun.
You're not a dog.
That's true. I'm a person.
Yeah,
Well, we
next
don't
one they're
know
gonna
that
put both
yet.
of
We
you
don't
down.
know him
At
very well.
4, you get put down,
Yeah.
human or not.
Yeah.
Human or dog or not at 4.
Is that the rule?
That's-
If it
I
needs
think
another
there
ACL,
should
or
be.
you have to
No,
put it down?
4
Dog
ACLs.
back in the NFL. I
get
mean,
put down.
dog's ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. What if
Yeah.
it happens again?
Well, then we'll cross that bridge.
Yeah.
Have you considered
Goes to live on.
have you
Dude, let me
considered
tell you,
amputation?
my wife would kick me out of the house before that dog goes.
Yeah.
I'm
just saying.
what if you got it like a robot leg?
Well, that's what I was thinking, like a little, like
That
a
little
wagon.
wheelbarrow thing that they're
Yeah, a
around
wagon
with.
that they drag along. Those dogs
I think they've
look
come
happy.
a long way with prosthetics.
Those dogs look happy.
You ever seen Terminator 2?
I have.
I mean, it could be
look
like
happy.
kind of like what that
Yeah.
guy had. But I think you could do that.
Well, it's like having your own pickup truck. Dog can put little dog treats in the back and
Oh,
just
good
run
Lord.
around.
Yeah.
The dogs look happy.
There is
Like a fanny pack.
Wagyu
Right.
brisket sitting in front of us.
We're gonna strap
Or-
a wheelbarrow.
I think we
to
need to
your
go to
ass.
break.
Go
Yeah,
run
we're
around,
going to
happy
go
dog.
to break. More introducing of AJ Hoffman.
This is my final introduction coming up next.
This will be
Yeah.
the final introduction. You're officially on the team after this next segment if you survive. Live out here at Tri-County Meat Market, the Hebner Road location on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, the lottery ramifications. Where are the Spurs drafting?
And we'll update the NBA playoff schedule and find out exactly how much meat Rob handled over the weekend. Party starts at 6 right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2706. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-2706. That's 800-575-2706. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Is thinning hair or a receding hairline making you self-conscious? Try Hair Grow by New Nordic. Millions of men and women around the world trust Hair Grow. With its patented tocotrienol complex, Hair Grow naturally reduces inflammation in the scalp and is clinically proven to promote new hair growth and increase hair count in as little as 4 months. Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start looking and feeling your best with Hair Grow. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for my favorite game app. It is Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Heck, I'm just one of 3 million active users. They're the easiest to play. They're the most exciting way to play your daily fantasy sports. And it's unlike other apps. On Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. You're a fantasy player. You know when it's more. You know when it's less. Up to 100 times your money according to how you play it. $1,000 on basketball, hockey, and college basketball entries. Today is the time to play. You can turn $10 into big money quick. The biggest moments in professional basketball are happening right now, and it's no fun unless you're playing. Go to Prize Picks right now and remember the code Alamo for your first deposit match of up to $100. That's the code Alamo. Prize Picks fantasy. You're playing already. Go win. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code Alamo, and up to $100 deposit match is coming. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Check out the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You want to do that? Listen to the Morning Huddle weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. AJ Hoffman hanging out with us here on the Blitz. He's Joe. I'm Jason out at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location. We got a pair of tickets to give away to go see Bricks in the Wall, the sights and sounds of Pink Floyd, coming to the Aztec Theater on June 22nd. If you want those tickets, 210-656-ESPN, 3776. If you don't win them, you can buy them livenation.com. It's Live Nation Concert Week, $25 tickets to over 5,000 shows now through May 14th.
I was supposed to give away tickets to Five Finger Death Punch and Marilyn Manson in the 9 o'clock hour, and I forgot. So if you want to give them away, I think you can.
I just do what I'm told.
Okay.
I mean, we'll save them for next week.
Okay.
Well, now see, that's something you're going to have to not do anymore.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
They frown on that.
You'll get a strongly worded email.
Well, I mean, I'm on notice. They told me, hey, listen,
Yeah.
you do that again.
Yeah, so look, you got a 2-week grace period, and then after that,
2.
Yeah, I'm 2 strikes down already.
So maybe or maybe not on Monday. We'll see. Tune in and be a surprise.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this last introduction goes.
Well, we'll see. I'm trying to figure out. One of the Sunday is Mother's Day, which is one of the reasons we're here at Tri-County Meat Market. It is a big grilling weekend.
Mama loves
for absolutely, and family get-togethers, and you got to get out here. But there's also the gifts and the different things that you have to take care of for Mom. The dilemma that Ryan Eagle is facing: does he get a gift and a card for his wife, who is not the mother of his children?
Is she a mother at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? She's not my mother.
She's a mother who's important to you in your life.
Well, she is important to me in my life, but her kids, she's their mother. So aren't they responsible for that?
Yeah,
sure.
But so are you.
Why?
It's just, dude, it's the law of the land.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah. How many times have you been married?
3.
No, this is my third. Third time's a charm.
Let me help you out here.
Okay, help me out.
Yeah, you're supposed to get it.
I guess.
I mean, take the hint, bro. Like you've been doing it wrong.
How do you argue with that?
You've been doing it wrong. Change your game up.
Well,
here.
here's the way I look at the scorecard. The first one was my fault. The second one was probably my fault too, because
but you're better off.
Yeah,
you're better off.
Because it shouldn't have happened
anyway. Anyway, it took you a long time to figure it out, but you did.
The first one was bad behavior. The second one was a bad decision.
Thank you. Yes.
Well, listen. Yeah, she's a mother. She lives in your house.
I got her a card. Yeah, I got to give her a gift too.
You know what? You could probably get away with a card and flowers.
Yeah, flowers die.
Yeah. So do moms.
Wow.
I mean, it's true.
I mean, it is technically, but
yeah, I mean, flowers work. It's all right. You're telling them to get meat. Guess what? Guess what that meat's going to eventually turn into?
Poo.
Bingo.
But it's a great meal.
Oh, and Mom says, "Oh, thanks for the poo, honey." Great.
Well, I mean,
like, you know what I mean? Come on.
You're taking it way to the extreme, because at that point, I mean, but you're right. For my mother, we're going up there on Sunday to my mom's house. My wife will get a card, and I will sign it. She will leave it there. I will sign it if my mom gets a card.
Okay. So you're not giving your mom a gift?
No.
Just a card.
Are you going to her house?
Yes.
Okay. Are you guys going to go out to eat or something?
Yes, because I don't want my mom to cook.
Okay. Are you going to pay for dinner?
Yes.
That's a gift.
Yeah.
So I get away with dinner then.
Well, no, it's your wife. You're paying for dinner regardless.
Yeah, you always pay for dinner with your wife.
Well, I'm just saying.
But I'm saying if with your mom, in lieu of a gift, dinner works. With your wife, you got to. I'm not saying you have to get a gift, but you can't show up empty-handed.
I got a card.
You can't show up with a piece of paper folded in half either.
I went to Walgreens. I got a card. It's a real nice card.
Did you read it?
You know what you can get?
Huh?
Did you read it?
Briefly.
Okay.
So let me ask a question. What's the hold up on a gift? Is it financial, or is it you're just too lazy to go get it?
Well, neither, actually.
It's principle for you.
No. It's the fact that Mother's Day is like in 2 days. And I'm leaving town early in the morning to go be with my wife. And so I got to get something like today.
Let me help you out.
What?
Go online. What does she? I mean, get her a spa day. You can you can send her an email. It's like, hey, guess what you've got? A day at the spa. It's very little effort, and you've done the job.
See, that's
you've done the job. And it's as simple as buying it online.
That's a great idea. Pedicure.
Yeah.
Right.
Get her nails done. Get her a massage. A happy wife.
Who's this guy?
I don't.
I'm just a guy that knows. All right. I also know you're going to North Carolina basically on your wife's dime.
Yes.
Like if it weren't for her, you wouldn't be going on this trip. You're about to have luxury all weekend because of her.
Absolutely.
And you're like, oh, I shouldn't have to get her no damn gift. She's my wife. She ain't my kid's mom.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, she's the fact that I'm going up there and leave at 6 a.m. in the morning. I mean,
that's your gift to her.
You're
Yes.
the gift.
Oh,
You think you're the gift?
Of course I am.
Yeah.
I mean, you kidding?
How many times you been married?
Once.
Why? Because you're taking my advice on this. If you're him, right?
Well, I'm 28 years in, so my advice has been working. Like my
you
wife.
Don't ever tell him this.
I've been trying to
follow the lead. Man, this guy's good at it.
And I know his wife. He better get a card. Look. You know where you're going. You're going to be in a great hotel. You said you want the road win. If you have a card from the dogs, that will be better for you.
You've got a great hotel there in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Call ahead to that hotel. Get her a spa day at the hotel you're at.
They're busy because they got the Wells Fargo tournament. There's not time for the spa day.
Okay.
I should have done that today, although she's working.
Good.
It's a work trip for her.
Okay.
Because she works for Wells Fargo.
All right.
So she's got to go to Charlotte every now and then. And they just so happen to say, hey, since you're going to be there, here's tickets to the hospitality.
I still think a spa day when she gets back, like for next weekend or whatever, that's a good call. And it's very low effort for you.
Yeah.
And you don't have to wrap it. It comes in an email.
I'll figure it out.
Okay. You'd have to print the email out and put it in a cute gift bag.
My plan was
he's going to fail.
My plan was
I'll figure it out means it's not going to work out.
I was going to leave here after the show, go somewhere, get a nice gift. And then all of a sudden I got another offer. And so I don't know when that's going to happen.
I mean, you can still stop at Walgreens on your way out here for that nice gift.
The other offer you got is to go out to Rob's place.
Uh-huh.
Here's the plan. Ask Rob to go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom, but make a detour by his wife's jewelry box. Grab a little necklace.
Right there.
Put it in the card. Hey, honey, I got you something.
Yeah.
There you go. Bingo. And then whatever. Say, Rob, I accidentally left with this thing and I lost it. What do I owe you? And then just
AJ, that's awful advice. Because our on a variety of reasons, but our wives hang out together.
Yeah, they probably
our wives are all friends. So if Maggie were wearing that necklace, Kelly would see it.
That's not a good idea. Maybe I'd steal a chicken.
You could. Well, you're not going to have to steal a chicken.
Joe, chickens die.
But no. But
they also turn into poo when you eat them.
But you know what will happen though? I mean, the real reason Rob has invited everybody out to the compound is because they have too many damn eggs they need to get rid of. We're all going to go home with a couple of dozen eggs,
hard boiled.
You know? Well, maybe. Yeah. I mean, whatever you need. But you're going home with eggs. I can promise you that.
So I can say, honey, wait till you get home.
Yeah.
We get home.
I got you a gift basket.
Hard-boiled eggs. Hard-boiled eggs.
No, it's a
have them shelled.
Whatever mother wants.
Future breakfast in bed.
I'll devil them.
Yeah.
That's right.
You'll devil them. You don't even know what that means.
Well, I've had deviled eggs.
Yeah. Do you know how to do it?
No. I have no clue.
Did you get the wife a gift?
Of course I did.
Okay.
Of course I did. I'll be honest about it. It was at the auction last night at the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame.
So she already knows what it is?
Oh, she picked it out.
Okay.
But I had to win the bid. So, I had a couple going that she wanted. What do you mean I got lucky?
You got lucky.
I mean, if we would have lost out, she knows the effort was made.
My wife. Guess what she said? She said, you have something planned for me for Mother's Day? She knows I'm busy right now. She said, be honest. I said, of course I don't. And she sent me an Amazon link. And guess what got delivered today?
Amazon.
Her Mother's Day present.
Nice. Say that's great.
How long have you been married?
17, 18 years.
Yeah. I mean, see, that's the idea of my wife knows if she wants stuff, she'll just, here's what you got me. Like, that's Christmas. I don't want to know. At least one of us will be surprised on Christmas morning when the presents get open.
But see, that's the whole deal.
I'll see, like in the Amazon cart, it's just left in there, so I'll know. Okay, I'll just buy that.
Well, that's the deal. I mean, if my wife wants something, she gets it.
Well, that's
So, I mean, I don't know what.
that's
honestly,
the challenge of buying.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not that imaginative.
Get her a night with a hot young stud.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What are we back
Wait
at
a
the
minute.
Tom Brady roast? Just don't get her jiu-jitsu lessons. No guy is allowing their wife to take jiu-jitsu anymore.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Bad call.
It's a really bad call.
As she might like that. Who knows?
Might.
Oh,
You don't get her a gift.
I'm glad
she might be taking jujitsu. Like, I mean, that's a good gift. Get her a trial month at a jujitsu gym.
Yeah.
See how it works out.
That's a really bad idea.
That's a really bad idea.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Tom Brady has put a lot of jiu-jitsu classes out of
That's the other thing.
business.
The last thing you want is to teach your wife how to kick your ass.
Yes.
So I would recommend against it, actually. So
You know,
you're
right here on our and we've got some very intelligent listeners on our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
David Macias says, Joe, take AJ's advice and call the hotel. They can prepare chocolate-covered strawberries and a bottle of champagne.
Absolutely, man.
I'm calling as soon as we get off the air.
That's an easy one.
That's easy. See that? Problem solved.
Problem solved.
And I got a card from the dogs.
There you go.
Perfect.
The card from the dogs.
Uh-huh.
You need a separate card from the dogs and from you.
One? No. You could put his name and the dog's.
Right.
Yeah. From the fam.
Thank you, David.
Except for he bought the card says to my wife. See,
Well, and
so,
I'll put a little. I'll just add and mom.
from the wife to my wife, from yeah, and dog mom.
Yeah, I think
and
it'll be all
dog
right.
mom.
Oh, my
look
goodness.
at that! Over at
Wow.
Tri-County Meat Market,
I'm a hot dog guy now.
they have just
Man.
delivered the best hot dogs you will ever eat.
These hot dogs are fantastic.
They really are, and the fact that Joe had all the fixings here, the mustard, the relish, the onions.
My goodness.
Yeah, dinner's taken care
Wow.
of. here.
Yeah. There's no issue.
You know, so you got plenty of time to get by here. Take advantage of all the free samples here at Tri-County Meat Market. Flight by Yingling here with plenty of things to wash it down.
We got a food blogger. on
We
staff.
do. Yeah.
Ben.
Yes,
I
yes.
just met him.
Yeah, Ben is.
Food blogger. He said, anytime you're about to eat something, I'll come take a picture of it. And I said, all right. And I appreciate that offer.
Well, see, Ben is very selfish. He's just figuring out how he gets invited to the party.
Gotcha.
Yes, that's all that is how does Ben get invited to the party?
Gotcha.
Show up with the camera and tell him you're with the blog, and then
You're on the
get
team, man.
in,
You're on
and
the
that's
team.
he shoots lots of local bands and things like that. That's it. It just allows him to get invited to the party and
Smart move.
maybe a tab.
If you've got something people want, they invite you to the party.
That's exactly
Rob
what
invited
it is.
Yingling to the party.
Absolutely.
He said, come on.
Absolutely.
You're welcome for sure. Bring flight.
Yes, exactly. Renee, grab a hot dog and a beer. The Flight by Yingling, the Yingling Lager, the light lager. We still have that cooler that we're giving away if your birthday is this weekend.
Well, we may have to figure out a different way to give that away.
Well, it's. I mean, if you've got a birthday this weekend, there's
So
your
just
gift.
anybody. Doesn't have to be a mom.
Well, that's what I thought. But if you're a mom and it's your birthday,
On the
you-
12th,
you
May
win.
12th. So, in all seriousness, we're introducing you, AJ, new morning show with Rob Thompson, the Morning Huddle. Well, you've been here a week, done 5 shows now.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I'm very happy, man. I'm stoked to be at this station. I see a lot of potential here, and it's exciting, man. I've been doing radio for a long time, and it's been a long time since I was excited to go to work every day, and right now I'm excited to go to work.
Nice.
I mean, the people there are good. I've got all the creative freedom in the world, which is a big deal for a radio guy. Jason doesn't appreciate it because he's just in general a boring dude.
yeah,
But
yeah, absolutely.
for creative types, it's nice to have some freedom.
Well,
Sure.
you've been here a week. When the hell are we going to see any creativity?
I give it time.
Oh, well, how much time? How long
you
is
don't-
your contract?
You don't like to listen for the first week. I don't want to make
Well,
snap judgments.
I
And
mean-
here he is saying, you're doing a crummy show.
I would enjoy your day, your show much more if it started later.
Well, I didn't have any say. in
I mean, 6 a.m. is a little early for me.
when they said you've got full creative freedom, I said, so I could start at 8, and they were like, not that much.
Oh,
creative
okay.
freedom.
Yeah. All right. I knew there was something.
That's the
There was a
catch.
but somewhere
Yep,
in that.
that's it.
Yeah.
There's always a but.
There's always. Yes.
No, and I think you speak for Jason. We're excited to have you here. And
Thank you,
I think
man.
because we feel the same way. Look, this radio station, they've invested a lot in us as a whole, and with the signal and with everything, and with you coming on board, I think the sky's the limit for all of us. I really
let's
do.
do it, man.
I really do.
Well, and that's
our fine listeners. Don't forget.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, couldn't do it without.
I
them.
ran a couple off this morning, FYI.
That's all right. I do it every day.
See, especially those on the YouTube that love to troll, and I mean, you wonder why would they keep listening? Because they apparently hate us all.
Yeah.
Yet they're there.
I said, who's trolling who
every day? Every day.
You're telling me how terrible this is for the last 10 minutes.
Although-
Are you sure you're trolling me?
You go back to like the Howard Stern movie. The people that hate you listen longer.
Absolutely.
Of course they do.
Yes,
That's absolutely
that's
a fact.
part of it.
No question.
So I'm working
about
real
that.
hard to get everybody to hate me for you guys.
Well, hey, they hate me every day.
I haven't met
they
one
let me know.
I've heard I hate Rob. I've heard I hate Jason. I haven't heard one person say I hate Jason.
Oh, is that right? Well, just listen to Rudolph Gonzalez.
Have you not met Greg Shelton?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Greg doesn't like anybody, so that's
true.
fine.
Greg likes me a lot.
Sure
That's
he does.
not what he says.
He does. He's like, you hate anything.
He
You
didn't-
let me know.
He did not say that.
I asked for one thing. What happened? He came running with it. And he was like, he said, anytime, brother. Anytime. He called me brother. And it was like it felt like a real connection moment, honestly. And so we're going to dinner later.
Nice.
I don't know who you thought was Greg Shelton, but 6 a.m. Greg is very different than any other Greg.
Honestly, he's I've noticed.
Yeah.
Morning, Greg, very friendly. Very friendly.
Well, because he's not at work yet.
I also noticed the dog's not here. Where's that dog? At home.
Best part about Shelton is the dog.
It really is.
Oh, you already got a picture if you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to take her. Okay.
Yeah, no, Green Eyes wants to get his own picture. Exactly.
Yeah,
it is
Green
the Blitz.
Eyes.
AJ Hoffman, enjoy your first full
He's got
weekend
a little
here
more
in
to
San
that.
Antonio.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys having me on every day. I've got a brand to build here, so I thank you for it.
6 to 10, the morning huddle here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, let me tell you about my good friends at Parkhurst New Vision. So happy to talk about those fine folks over there. Dr. Parkhurst and his staff are the best in the business. I had lens replacement surgery about a year ago, and man, I am just loving life when it comes to my eyesight. It has just changed my life completely. No more readers, no more glasses, no more any of that stuff. And what I love when you go on social media, and you'll notice this, everybody that posts on there is just praising the folks at Parkhurst New Vision. And why not? They make everybody happy. It's a freedom unlike anything you've ever had. And that community of happy patients just continues to grow and grow and grow. And look, you can be a part of that community as well. All you have to do is take that first step. Give Parkhurst New Vision a call. 210-585-2020. You can also check them out online at sanantoniolasik.com. But when you call them and set up your initial consultation, you go in there, you have your questions ready, anything that you want to ask, and then they'll explain how they're going to do everything. And it's just simple to understand, and they make you feel like family as soon as you walk through that door. Get started. Get started soon. You'll be glad you did. Parkhurst New Vision, 210-585-2020.
Riding home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Why'd the kid jump off the boat?
I don't know. Why?
Peer pressure.
Oh. Good one, Ned.
Ned isn't funny, but Ned owns a boat, and you don't. So every time Ned tells another one of his unfunny boat puns, you're going to laugh loud and keep on laughing until you get a boat of your own.
A pier where you put a boat.
Yeah, I get it.
And when you do get a boat of your own, make sure you save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. And Sunday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Over the past decade, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the UFC fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch a game. The Roo Pub is next to the Angry Elephant and in the same plaza as the Big Blind. They're at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax. Touchdown! A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax. 100% natural male enhancement formulas only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
NBA playoff action tonight. It is game 3 between the Knicks and the Pacers. Series shifts to Indiana. Knicks lead 2-0, but they're banged up. OG Anunoby, he will not play tonight. Suffered a hamstring strain in game 2. That game will be followed up by the T-Wolves and Nuggets in Minnesota. The defending champs trail 2-0. Tip-off there set for 8:30.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the 3rd time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Just after 5 on a Friday, Mother's Day weekend. Point your car into the direction of Tri-County Meat Market on Hebner Road. We're here for another hour on the air. I think they're open until 7.
They are.
You want to get the best meat for Mom this weekend for Mother's Day weekend. But we've got a pit in the parking lot that's been rolling smoke all day. And you want some free samples of some great meat. The pitmasters here are multiple-time world champions in various cook-offs. The food is fantastic. All the meat from Tri-County Meat Market, the seasonings from Tri-County Meat Market. And then you can wash it down with some Flight by Yingling or Yingling Lager or Yingling Lager Light.
Or all of the above.
Oh, yeah. Our friends from Yingling are here. And it's a great day. There's other vendors here, all kinds of samples, and, of course, lots of specials here
for this weekend at Tri-County Meat Market.
Yeah, and I tell you what, come on out here. They even got a guy over there with microgreens, and that dude is he's a healthy guy. As we just threw down a hot dog.
It's the best hot dog out there.
It was fantastic.
Absolutely. If I could only have a beer at this point. But when I think you say health, microgreen, what the hell are you talking about?
I was eating sunflower seeds, not seeds, but plants. You put plants. He's got seeds and radishes and I don't know, spinach and all kinds of stuff over there. He says he eats those sunflower. They're like a little bush. They're like potato chips when he's watching a movie at home.
Well, that makes sense. Or watching a game.
Good for you.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I told him, man, it's tough, and I should do more of that. So should you.
Well, what are you saying?
Well, you don't eat greens.
I don't eat greens.
It's good for you.
I take a couple of little vitamins every day, and those are said to be my greens.
They are.
That's what I'm told.
Well, I do the same
I'd
thing.
rather do that
than stuff.
I'd rather do that than mix in a salad. See, I can't drink the green drinks. I just
It's
can't.
good.
It's not good.
No, it really is.
It doesn't look good. I've tried it.
No, it doesn't look good.
I do a chocolate shake every morning, a good protein shake. It's like a milkshake from Whataburger. It's fantastic.
No, I love the greens. It's not bad. It's a little glass.
Yeah.
Use that to wash down the vitamins.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Dude, I'm a picture of health. What are you talking about? I mean, if that guy microgreens is a picture of health, so am I.
Well, okay, you got a point.
Yeah, I mean, you
got a point. He's a hell of a nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
Yeah. His name's Eric.
His name is Eric.
Look at that.
He's got a card. He's handed you a card.
It's in Leon Springs.
All right.
And it says upgrade your plate. Microgreens out in Leon Springs.
I got to be honest. When I saw the sign microgreens, I did not think he was selling vegetables.
Well,
I did not think he was selling vegetables.
He's selling plants.
Well, same kind of. I wasn't thinking healthy food. I was thinking microgreens was dispensary like.
Oh, like weed.
Yes,
like that stuff,
or something along those lines.
That's not legal quite yet in Texas.
Well, not yet. But again, if you go microgreens, there are certain things you can get that kind of are borderline, but are okay. It's all about the THC.
Well, sure. Or you can just call your neighborhood drug dealer and you'll be fine.
Well, you could do that too, but he can't have a storefront in Leon Valley.
Well, he could. He could call it microgreens and then you have a code word and say, hey, yeah, I got your microgreen in the back.
Well, see, that's like there's taco places. If you ask for extra cheese on the side, that's code word for something else.
What is it really? Like what?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, sure you do.
I have no idea.
I
just know you need to come out here to Tri-County Meat Market and check everything out that we've got going on for about the next hour or so. Although I don't think the party ends when the show does at 6, because we can't drink beer until 6 o'clock.
No, I'm going to tear into that flight by Yingling.
Yes, you are.
Because, I have a good friend that represents Yingling that says he's going to put some aside. That's what he said. Anyway.
Renee said that.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. 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 He's going to put some aside. Uh-huh. Like, yeah. It's the twofold thing. We really want you to come out, but we want there to be beer left when we get off the air.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is. John Machota from The Athletic will join us coming up in about 10 minutes or so. Talk Cowboys as the rookie minicamp is going on today. But there is news from the Cowboys involving wide receivers, and we'll get into this a little bit more with Machota. But Zay Jones is now signed with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, he visited Dallas. He's been to a couple of places.
Titans was one.
He was leaving Dallas and going to Kansas City. So clearly, Jerry didn't offer him a contract, or at least a contract that he was excited about, right? So, he ends up with signing with Arizona today. Did they offer him the best deal, or did they offer him a deal? Did the Cowboys? We don't know yet if the Cowboys actually did offer him a deal. But I was kind of excited about the idea of getting Zay Jones. So I'm a little bummed that he's now going to be with the Cardinals. At least he didn't go to Philadelphia, right?
Well,
But then Mike McCarthy says they don't need a wide receiver.
He said he was perfectly happy with the roster as is. That's Mike McCarthy. That was a quote. Clarence Hill tweeted that out just a couple of minutes ago. Mike McCarthy, word for word, said he is perfectly happy with the roster as it stands right now. Now, I don't know, Cowboy fan to my left here, are you happy with the roster as it stands right now, as your head coach says?
Have you been listening to the Blitz for the last several weeks?
I'm asking.
Hell no. And, even if I was happy with the roster, a guy that comes on our show all the time named Stephen Jones says, we're always looking to improve our roster. 24, what does he say? It's a 24/7, 365-day job, right? Don't tell me you're happy. If you could upgrade it. What I don't like about that, and I get what Mike McCarthy is saying and the message. Like, look, I am happy with the guys that are here. If we could get better, we'll certainly do that. What I really wish that I would hear from Mike McCarthy is, we are looking to improve that wide receiver room. That's why we brought Zay in. Now, we like the guys that are here, but I would like to improve this room. So those guys in the wide receiver room don't read, hey, coach is happy with everything we're doing. They read, oh, crap, I better work my ass off because they're looking to replace me. I would like a little bit more Bill Parcells-ish in a moment like what Pat Riley did the other day when talking about Jimmy Butler, who is a superstar. Like, you know what? Yeah, we like our room. It could be better.
Everybody should say that.
Yes.
There's not, and the fact that McCarthy said that he likes the roster as it stands right now. There's your wife. Is she a ballerina?
I have
today,
no idea. It's Nurses Week at the hospital, so
okay.
It's been some sort of theme week all week.
So
and she goes to work long before I wake up in the morning. So I have no idea how she's dressed to leave the house, but if I'd have seen her this morning dressed like that, I'd have made her change her clothes. The hell is that?
You would have made her. You don't make her do anything.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, let's
get
that
saying.
straight.
Yeah.
But back to the Cowboys roster. Look, they like it. And what I would, look, again, we've talked about it. I don't think it is good. I think they should do a lot of things, including maybe blowing things up. I saw an article today that I know is off the chart. I get it. But Dak plays this year, and they let him walk. They re-signed Trey Lance to a one-year deal for $5 million. That would count $45 million on the cap, including what Dak is going to make.
The dead money, yeah.
So which is a quarterback.
Yeah.
And you see what you have, and you start to rebuild.
Yeah.
Look, I think it's time. I do. I know what you say about Jerry's age and all that, but look, he's just banging his head against the wall. And this roster, to me, as it sits right now, you almost make a case that it's third best in the NFC East.
I don't know if I would go that far yet. Philadelphia has the best roster. Washington has gotten better, but I don't know that I would say their overall roster is better than the Cowboys. You still have, and I know you hate to give the proper credit, but you still have a guy that finished second in MVP voting last year.
Yeah.
You still have a wide receiver who was a finalist for Offensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
You still have a Micah Parsons. You still have a Trayvon Diggs. You still have a DeMarcus Lawrence. You still have a Zach Martin. You still have a lot of talent on that football team. The overall roster with the departures this year, not as good as what ended the season against Green Bay, but it's not like this is a roster that's void of talent.
Every football team's got talent. I mean, it's just a matter of how they play, and especially how do they play when the chips are on the line. I just think I don't know what the Cowboys are doing, and there has got to be some kind of a rhyme to their reasoning. I mean, there has to be, doesn't there? And I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Sounds like it.
Going into this season, the way they're going into this season, and we had Indy Kalu on the show a couple hours earlier, and I asked him about having two rookies start on that offensive line. That is not a good thing. And maybe they develop, and maybe by game 9, they're ready to go. But you're going to have some growing pains with those kids. You don't have running back room worth a damn. It's horrible. You got nothing there, and you're hoping that the Jalen's turn into something when it comes to wide receiver position. So at this point in time for the Cowboys, it's hope. They're just hoping that these guys that they have drafted and developed turn into something.
Right. Again, you say hope. Jerry says promise.
Yeah.
He said this roster has a lot of promise.
Sure, it does.
And, the hope, promise, it's all there.
You're
What you don't
there's
have,
a chance.
what you don't have is that at a Super Bowl, the way it looks right now for the Dallas Cowboys. Let's talk about it coming up. John Machota from The Athletic joins us next here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The always free. If you are a family member and needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for my favorite game app. It is Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Heck, I'm just one of 3 million active users. They're the easiest to play. They're the most exciting way to play your daily fantasy sports. And it's unlike other apps. On Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. You're a fantasy player. You know when it's more. You know when it's less. Up to 100 times your money according to how you play it. $1,000 on basketball, hockey, and college basketball entries. Today is the time to play. You can turn $10 into big money quick. The biggest moments in professional basketball are happening right now, and it's no fun unless you're playing. Go to Prize Picks right now and remember the code Alamo for your first deposit match of up to $100. That's the code Alamo. Prize Picks fantasy. You're playing already. Go win. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code Alamo, and up to $100 deposit match is coming. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
For the last 4 decades, San Antonio sports has dared this community to dream big through the transformational power of sport. For 40 years, we've inspired youth to get in the game, motivated San Antonians to live healthy, been a force behind places to play, and hosted events that impact. As we celebrate 40 years of dreaming big, we invite you to dream big along with us. To support our mission, donate today at sanantoniosports.org.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 20 or more select self-leveling underlayment. Plus, save an extra 5% every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Visit us for the materials you need. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store lowes.com/credit for details.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
John there.
Let's get wild.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix, live out at Tri-County Meat Market on this Friday afternoon.
Well, this has been great.
Lots and lots of free samples out here.
Oh, and I think we've had them all.
I don't think so.
Holy cow.
Because I haven't had any of the chicken yet.
All right. Well,
I haven't tried the fajitas, but the fajitas are great. The burn-ends are great.
There's no chicken.
We're out of chicken? All right, yeah. Well, of course you did. But yeah, I mean, so you look at it. We've got Flight by Yingling is out here. You want a nice Yingling lager, Flight by Yingling, the light lager, help you wash it down. Samples inside, 10% discount on a lot of items inside as you get ready for the Mother's Day feast that you're going to have on your grill this weekend. So come by and see us here at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location. Cowboys always making news. Rookie minicamp is started. Let's talk about it. John Machota from The Athletic joining us now in the Buyers Barricades guest line. John, before we talk about rookies, Zay Jones comes in for a visit. He leaves, goes to Kansas City. Today signs with Arizona. And Mike McCarthy says, I'm happy with the wide receiver room. Well, I call BS on that. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had Zay in for a visit. But I like the idea of adding a Zay Jones. How concerned do you think the Cowboys really are about that wide receiver room?
I think there's some concern, but I don't think that a coach or anybody in the front office is going to come out and say, yeah, so we need a guy that we think could be potentially a number 3 receiver. We still could use a number 1 running back. We still could use another number 1 type defensive tackle. We're a little thin at this other position. Like, they're just not going to say that. But, I think they certainly can use some more help at wide receiver. And there could be a starting caliber type wide receiver that they make a move for during the season or before the season starts, or maybe even it's another Zay Jones thing where they bring in a guy that gets cut from another. I just think they're slow playing this because they feel like they can find somebody along the way. Now, it could prove that they can't find somebody along the way at these positions, and maybe that gets them in trouble. But I think that in this situation, they probably are bargain shopping. And I bet you that Arizona offered more than Dallas. I don't know that to be certain, but I would think that that's a decent bet. And they're probably not willing to even spend that much. So they wanted to see if they could get them on a bargain. They couldn't. And so they'll go forward with the guys they have on the roster and see if somebody can fill that number 3 or 4 spot. So I just don't think that Mike McCarthy, it makes any sense for him to say publicly, yeah, no, we still need another receiver. I mean, that's just showing your hand, So, but I think it's very clear. You go down this roster, they could use another veteran type wide receiver. They could use a number 1 running back, and they could use another starting type defensive tackle.
Yeah, there's still some holes to be filled. I found it interesting that Zay Jones was in, and I know there's no way to know, John, because they're not going to make it public. But do you think there was real interest in him from the beginning, or was that just kind of a kick the tires and see where we're at?
I'm really not sure. When you talk to Mike McCarthy today, he talks about how they really like what they have in Devontae Turpin and Jalen Brooks and Jalen Tolbert. And so they could be potentially looking at those guys as 3, 4, 5 guys. But I would think that there's a decent chance they bring somebody else in, at least to bring in some more competition. It's so important to have good perimeter passing options. And maybe Tolbert steps in that number 3 role. Maybe Brooks steps up as a number 4, and maybe Turpin has his best year. But there's a lot of ifs there. There's a lot of maybes. So I think it makes a lot of sense if Zay Jones is healthy to give him something like Arizona did. And But that's the thing. Like, there will be other opportunities to add a wide receiver like that. Wide receiver is on my list of things that could be upgraded, but it's third behind defensive tackle and running back.
Yeah, well, let's see, and I don't know. I mean, to me, running back would be the top priority of if I'm looking for a veteran guy. You've said defensive tackle twice. What am I missing, John Machota, on the need for more presence in the running back room as opposed to defensive tackle?
Well, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, you could use running back too. I feel like they at least have a bunch of guys at running back that they're going to try and figure out what they have there before they potentially make a move. At defensive tackle, I just look at it as like, so you use the 7th round pick on a guy. So say that maybe makes up for the loss of Neville Gallimore, but you still haven't replaced Jonathan Hankins. You know, I mean, Ozzie Smith is here, and also Diggy-Zua, but that's about it. This is on a team that really needs to stop the run. You know, they've upgraded that linebacker. I think that's the one spot that has been improved. But that defensive tackle spot is so important in stopping the run as well. And they clearly wanted Hankins. They made an offer, but he ended up signing with Seattle and going with their former D-line coach, Adam Durde, to the Seahawks. But I don't think there's any question that they still need another veteran-type defensive tackle that's a run stopper in the middle there. And so, yeah, I mean, it's very 1A, 1B with that running back. But I just think that those two spots are definitely above wide receiver right now.
You know, John, Jason and I were just talking about this, and you know, you kind of scratch your head at the Cowboys, but I know that Steven has said that, you know, we've drafted these guys. It's just their turn now to see if they step up. Is that how they really feel? I mean, do they feel like because McCarthy said today, like the roster as is, do they feel like the guys that they have drafted and developed, it's just their turn and they need to step up? Is it that simple?
I mean, it's that simple in terms of, well, that's what you have on the roster, so that's what you say and that's what you're going to do. But if you're really trying to win a Super Bowl and put your best roster out there still needs some upgrades that need to be made. Maybe they are willing to go into this season where it's a final year of Dak's contract and a final year of this coaching staff's contract and being like, well, we need to see more from those two areas. We need to see more from Dak, particularly in January, and more from the coaching staff. And let's see if they can kind of, coach up this group, and that's how we'll get better results. I personally don't think that's a great plan of attack if you're trying to go deeper than in the playoffs than you have been. But it seems like, I mean, actions speak louder than words, and that's been their actions lately. Is that they're not really trying to make any significant upgrades on this roster. You know, they signed Eric Kendricks. They use a 3rd-round pick on a linebacker. You're going to get Overshown back to go with Damone Clark. So, you know, it looks like they're a little bit better at linebacker, but there's no other position on this team that you can say, oh, no, this position's better than it was last year. So, it's just, there's been plenty of off seasons where you can say that about multiple positions. And this roster looks very much like, well, we're just going to run back with what we have from last year and see if we can maybe get something to go a little bit deeper. And I just, you look across the leagues at the teams that, I would say would be their biggest competition to win a Super Bowl. And they just all seem far more aggressive this offseason than the Dallas Cowboys. And when I say that, I think of the Niners, I think of the Eagles, I think of the Lions, the Chiefs, this is a team that's kind of trying to run it back. It seems like on a team that, was very, very disappointing last January.
John Machota from The Athletic joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Rookie minicamp today. A bunch of guys in the building. They'll do stuff. But you had a tweet earlier that I see the tweet and the photo with it, John, and I know there are going to be the Cowboy haters that are going to say, see, Jerry is more worried about making money and doing other stuff than putting together a Super Bowl caliber roster. One of the practice fields is covered up getting ready for the Academy of Country Music Awards. And you see that and you go, there's going to be people that are saying that. And I don't know. It's what point can you not defend it? It's true. I mean, practice is going on, yet one of the fields is unavailable because they got the award show.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair. And I think that those things go away if you win big in January. People won't care about that as much. But when you go 28 years without making a deep playoff run, I think everything's on the table to be criticized. So I would argue that I don't think I can make the argument to you that he cares more about those other outside things. But Kennedy made, that he cares just as much. You know, you can care just as much about those other events as you do your NFL team. I mean, you can certainly do that. But I just would also wonder how many teams win Super Bowls with owners and general managers that care just as much about that stuff as they do the football team. You know, probably not many. There might be another one out there that I'm not thinking of, but none jumps out to me. So I think that, like I said, every year that goes by that they don't have a deep playoff run, all of that stuff deserves to be criticized.
No question about it.
All in.
Yeah,
all in, right?
All in, right? When you look at the rookies that were in there, and look, I think most people are pretty happy with the Cowboys draft overall, with the exception of running back. But you got Tyler Guyton in and Cooper Beebe. And I think Cooper Beebe, I really like that guy. But it looks like to me, at least as we stand now, there's a lot of room to run yet, but that Guyton and Beebe will start as rookies, one at center, one at left tackle. That's got to be a little bit of a concern, too, because you know as well as anybody, John, that there's going to be some growing pains for those guys. Does that look like what the Cowboys are set up to do right now?
Absolutely. I mean, you can't glean a lot from these. It's not, they don't even call it a rookie camp. They call it a rookie orientation. So, I mean, no helmets are on, no pads, obviously. And so these guys are just doing, really just a walkthrough type practice, And from that, the biggest thing you can take away from it is where guys are lining up. And, being out here today, my biggest thing is I wanted to see Guyton on that left side and then Beebe at center, which he was. And so, absolutely, that's the plan. And you look at the rest of the roster, and, yeah, there'll be competition for those positions. It would be an upset if they go into week one and those aren't the starters. Like, I would be surprised if Cooper Beebe isn't the starting center and Tyler Guyton isn't the starting left tackle. Heck, Guyton for certain, even though he's making the transition from right tackle to left, the fact that you used the first round on him, the Cowboys have had with first round offensive linemen, I mean that would be a huge upset if he's not their starter at left tackle. And I do think there will be some hiccups and things like that. I don't think it's going to be just a smooth process without any issues. But again, when you're not doing that much in the offseason to upgrade the roster, it seems like they're fine with ups and downs that they're going to experience.
It is bizarre, but yeah, I mean, at some point, as much as we say, man, they need this, they did, and there's no urgency. So you got to trust what they're seeing, or at least what they're believing, because they're the ones making the call. Out of looking at the rookies and, the excitement level for what Beebe can offer, just listening to him, learning about him, the transition to center. And as soon as he was drafted, he was told, you're going to be a center, start taking snaps. And he said that he had been doing that. When you were talking with Beebe today, did he talk about how he has had to transition and focus on learning how to be a center? Like, hey, you made it to the NFL. Guess what? You're going to do something you really haven't done before.
I think it's pretty similar to with Guyton. And when I say that, I mean that it's similar that they both knew in the pre-draft process that these position changes were a possibility just from workouts with other teams. Like Guyton today was talking about how, like, most of the teams he talked to were talking about working him at left tackle. It wasn't like it was just a Cowboys thing. And then the same thing with Beebe is that was going to be on the table to play both guard spots and center. And so it's just one of those things where, there is some projecting to go there, but I can also understand to a certain extent when you're in college to put, let's say, your best offensive lineman at center might not be the best thing. So that doesn't mean he can't play center. I just go to Zach Martin all the time because Zach Martin was a really good college tackle, and he could be a good tackle in the NFL, but he's a great right guard. He's a legendary right guard, one of the greatest right guards this league's probably ever seen. And so I don't think that just because he hasn't played center that Cooper Beebe can't make that transition there. I would probably have more concerns if they were like, we're going to try and have Cooper Beebe be our right tackle. I think that because of arm length, his size, that would be more of a concern than moving from guard to center. I just think that's where we are now in the NFL, where it's a young man's league. Guys need to play right away. If you can get on the field at center, even though you might be a little bit better guard, you're gonna start snapping that football and trying to get on the field.
Well, I tell you what, John, not that Zach Martin needs any more accolades, but just from what these guys said today, he has really been aggressive in reaching out to them and talking to them, and looks like he's going to take all these guys under his wing. And if you're a Cowboy fan or even otherwise, just a Zach Martin fan, I mean, you got to love that from him.
Oh, no, there's no question. He's a great guy to have in the room. And to be honest with you, where, like where Guyton's locker that out here at the Star, I mean, it's right between Zach Martin and Tyler Smith. And I know Tyler Smith is a younger guy, and, he doesn't have this experience that Martin does, but just having those two guys around the rest of this group with the success those guys have had already, and really just what this offensive line room has been, for all the questions I have about this Cowboys team, offensive line is really not one of them. And that's even with, like I said, I don't think it's just going to be some smooth transition with two rookies on your offensive line. But I do think that they drafted talented players and that they will be able to eventually become really good pros. So there can be some concerns there. I just don't think that those concerns, that they pale in comparison to, like I said, the way I would feel about the running game and then stopping the run on defense. And heck, even some of the passing game without having another veteran wide receiver. I think that those things are far bigger concerns for me than I would say this offensive line and getting all these guys on the same page.
Make sure you subscribe to The Athletic and follow John Machota on Twitter at John Machota, Jon Machota. John, have a great weekend. Appreciate you, my friend.
Yeah, no problem. You guys have a good weekend as well.
Appreciate it. John Machota on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com. We're on the air for about another 30 minutes or so. Take in NBA basketball tonight. Come by and see us here at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location. Grill's still got a lot of meat on it. Beer is still cold from Flight by Yingling. Guys still walking by in their Cowboy shirts, because that's America's team, Joe, whether you want to believe it or not. Come hang out with us and get your meat that you need for the grill this weekend for Mom here at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location, here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
We all know what UV rays can do to our skin, but they can also do damage to your car. Keep that from happening with 303 Protectant. 303 Protectant keeps the sun's harmful rays from causing fading and cracking in rubber, plastic, or vinyl surfaces. From the dashboard to the tires, 303 Protectant keeps your car looking new longer. Get 303 Protectant today at Advance Auto Parts. Visit 303radio.com for more information.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code MONTHFREE by May 31st. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Rise and Fall, the new album from Scotty McCreery, is out now, featuring the chart-topping hit, Cab in a Solo.
Drinking cab in a solo in the cab of my truck.
And other fan favorites, including Can't Pass the Bar, Slow Dance, and Love Like This. Rise and Fall, available now, wherever you get your music.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Hey, baseball fans, go yard with BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. All season long, we're offering top odds on your favorite home run bets, shared 50K Grand Slam jackpots, fast and convenient ways to play same-game parlays, special boosts and tokens, and so much more. From the first pitch to the game-winning fireworks, there are more ways than ever to supercharge your excitement. Whether you want to combine multiple bets for the chance at a bigger payout or place a live bet as the game unfolds, BetMGM has all the home run betting options you could need. Download the BetMGM app, head to the ballpark, and get your piece of MLB action. BetMGM is an official partner owner of Major League Baseball. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. For West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
Your home for the Cowboys.
Prescott all the way, runs it in for the touchdown.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, live out at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location. Brian Herring is out here with this 3-month-old baby. You know, and there's a reason you need to come by meat today because, you know, that baby's mother's expecting a nice gift on Sunday since it's Mother's Day #1 for her.
What a beautiful baby, too. She's a little doll, man.
Yeah, best part about that? It's his.
It's his.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, the Herring family, they're great. Of course, they own Tri-County Meat Market.
Yeah, they do. And Big Joe, who is sort of retired and turned it over to the kids, is working harder now. You can't. Joe is still here and still sober enough to write. He'll autograph a bottle of his new gourmet steak seasonings, Big Joe's Gourmet Steak, the Tri-County line. He autographed mine. If you're watching on YouTube, you could see it. Says, rub it well.
Well, and it's a good time to get out here now because, I mean, the line for autographs was around the corner and down the street.
That was for the flight by Yingling, sir.
Oh, is that what that was for?
That's what that was for.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Joe was sitting over there with his marker, so I thought it was for him.
Well, I tell you what, you think about, and we're here on the air for another 20 minutes or so. Tri-County closes at 7 o'clock tonight. There'll be free food samples in the parking lot till they run out of meat. I just saw the grill. There's lots of meat on there. I can't believe how much meat we have gone through today. But if you are hungry, you want a nice snack, stop by here. We've got Flight by Yingling, so cold beer. We've got great meat. World champion pitmasters are out here working the grill today. And, of course, inside, great specials on a lot of items as you get ready for a Mother's Day feast this weekend. And I think about all the food, the feasting that we're having. And he doesn't live here, so it's not like he would be here. But Big Baby Davis would probably not do well in this environment. Now, I mean, if you remember him playing when Big Baby was in the NBA, and, you know, he won an NBA championship, but he's been in the news lately, if you've heard, well, because he's going to jail. Yes. You know, that insurance fraud. Now, there's a couple things about that case that you got to keep in mind. Everything that we do, they can track. They can figure out where you were for a variety of things. You're going to get caught, even if you think you're not going to get caught. And a lot of people are involved in this insurance scam, but he was said to be the ringleader. Dude gets 40 months in prison.
Jeez.
And yesterday at the sentencing, apparently after he got sentenced, he went to his Instagram and went Instagram Live. And he's going to jail for 40 months. That's like 3 years, right? That's more than 3 years. I would be devastated. I think I would be crying. I don't know what I would do. Now, granted, he was facing 20, so maybe he's excited he only got 3. But if I had to go for a weekend,
I think I'd be petrified.
Dude, 20 minutes would be too long.
It might be. I just the idea of all of it. Big Baby Davis, he's taken a more positive outlook than I think most would.
Got a cold imagination.
For him, it's all about, well, I'm going to go on a diet.
I got a cold imagination, though. I do that actor. I got a cold imagination. I'm gonna have the chicken in the bathroom. That's crazy. I'm gonna be swole though. I swear to God, I'm about to get in so much shape. Oh God, that's the only way you can stop me from eating hamburgers is put me in jail. That's what God said. I'm gonna stop you eating hamburgers. I'm gonna put you in jail. You don't want to stop eating hamburgers and Cheetos, you're going to jail. So now, I'm gonna come to rock.
If you got to go, you got to go, right? I mean, so
yeah,
it's a 3-year diet plan.
Yeah. So for all of you that are thinking about ways you could lose weight, if you can't say no to cheeseburgers and Cheetos, apparently go to jail. Go on the Big Baby Davis plan. You know, you had the Miami Beach diet, the keto fad. I don't recommend the Big Baby Davis, but it will stop you from cheeseburger and Cheetos.
And he's going to get swole.
He's going to
be out there in the yard lifting weights.
Come out here looking like The Rock.
That's right. Who knows? Maybe be back in the NBA.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I knew it. You know, who knows? I'm just trying to stay positive for the guy because he's being so positive.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I don't know if that's what I would have done.
No, I know it's not what I would have done.
I don't know if going Instagram Live as soon as I got sentenced would have been like anywhere
top
near
of mind.
Yeah, the top 1,000. Like, when do I have to go? Oh, now? All right.
Give me a couple minutes. I got to do an Instagram Live.
No,
you guys mind?
I don't know. It's federal. I don't know. Honestly, no. How does it work? Is it like in the movies where, like, all right, you're sentenced and they cuff you and they take you away? Or do you get to go home and, get a last meal like OJ? You know, remember, he went to the Golden Steer in Las Vegas before he went to jail, had his last supper. I don't know how it works.
I don't want to know how it works.
Although I'm guessing with Big Baby Davis, he's going to come over here to Tri-County and get some of those brisket burgers. Because if you're not going to get cheeseburgers, brisket burgers here are fantastic.
Well, you might as well. And look, Big Baby Davis, as compared to you and me, and who's going to mess with that guy in prison?
Oh, somebody will.
Nobody.
Somebody will.
You think so?
Somebody will.
Now, you and I would just be whimpering in the corner.
I would not survive.
No.
I would not.
So at least he's got a fighting chance.
The crazy thing is, there's somebody in jail bigger than him.
Well, yeah.
There's somebody in jail that's the boss.
Well,
there's somebody in jail that's going to welcome him. Whether he wants to or not.
How do they welcome him, Jason?
I'm sure they give him flowers.
Yeah,
probably have a nice dinner party.
I'm sure. Yes.
A nice get together.
Yeah,
some welcome gifts. I would imagine. His first week in jail is going to be very different than AJ Hoffman's first week here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Well, he might get introduced to a lot of people all week long. That's a possibility.
Yeah, one day you might do the 3:00 hour, the next day the 4:00 hour kind of thing.
Yeah,
yeah. There's different audiences, so
and when he's out there pumping in the yard, I mean,
doing what?
Pumping in the yard.
What does that mean?
Well, pumping weight.
Oh, okay.
Pumping in the yard, and hopefully he's the only one doing the pumping.
I could only imagine the reaction in prison last night after they watched the NBA. And they're watching the post-game show in the Luka press conference.
Just our sharing the ball and our energy was great.
What do you think? Okay, moving on. I hope that's not live.
What the hell is going on in Oklahoma City?
What difference does it make if it's live or not?
Because Luka's wondering if that's somebody in the locker room that somehow had a microphone nearby that was on.
Well, as
opposed to some guy in the control room that didn't realize his Bluetooth had connected to the audio feed.
Could have been a groupie, Minix. Could have been a groupie.
There's no such thing in the NBA.
And that just said, here, right now.
There's a lot of bizarre things that happen.
Just right there at the announcer's table with the mic still on.
If you haven't seen the video, do yourself a favor and go watch the video. Go find the video because Luka's reaction is priceless.
Oh, it's nuts. I mean, the look on his face is pretty incredible.
Well,
there's no question.
And the PR guy, after about, I don't know, felt like 2 minutes, but 10 seconds was like, all right, moving on. Like everybody in that room, nobody was like, well, what is that? No, that you knew exactly what that was, right, Pledge? Play it again.
Just our sharing the ball and our energy was great.
What do you think? Okay.
Wow. Now, the more I hear that, the more it sounds like it was happening.
You think that was live?
Well, yeah, it was like down the hallway.
Down the hall. So, like, somebody had the wireless mic, and
I just think she was having a hell of a time and was loud.
Hey, dude,
she's a screamer.
Hold on. So, like, what's her name from Porky's back in the day in the gym?
Oh yeah,
right.
Miss Honeywell.
Honeywell. Yes, Coach Honeywell. I think it was. You think so? You think that was live?
Well, it sounds.
What do you think? Okay.
Yeah, that sounds live. Or
well, it sounds like it was live on tape.
But who the hell's got their phone turned up that loud?
I think it was somebody watching something on the computer or the Bluetooth connected to the system, and it went over the PA.
Look.
What do you think?
Stop, Pledge.
Pledge, he's got to entertain himself.
There's no extra innings for a reason tonight.
See, he knows that. He's getting prepared. Oh, my goodness. The creepers that are out there, huh?
Oh, wait, that was you.
I know. I know. The creepers that are out there. Yeah, I think it was live. It sounded live. Or maybe it was. But who the hell, in all honesty, sitting in the in a control room watching porn while you're supposed to be running the scoreboard or the microphone, the press conference or whatever, man? That's
I mean, ask Pledge, because I mean, the guys, it's not like it's a difficult camera operation. There's one camera pointed at the player, and he knows he's going to be sitting there and not changing that video for I don't know how long. So he's probably back there watching. I mean, how often do we do this show and wonder what the hell is Pledge doing on the other side of the glass because we don't know that he's actually paying attention to this show?
Well, I don't know that he's doing that.
Well, I don't know that he's doing that. I'm not saying that he's doing that, but what I'm saying is, how often have you wondered what the hell is he actually doing?
Well, every day.
Greg Shelton. He sits over there, and there's times where he looks like he might be sound asleep. We don't want to wake him up. Things could be crashing. But, with Greg, you understand it takes a lot for him to actually get up out of the chair.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But you have no idea what he's actually doing over there. No idea. So sometimes when you're wondering what's that guy doing, he's running the control board. Yeah, well, it's on. Luka, you're on TV.
But see,
what are you thinking?
I guess what are you thinking? I guess what I don't get, though, unless he's just getting ready to go home and have a good time and getting ready for that, I guess maybe he needs a little push,
a little head start.
Yeah, but I mean, because normally, I don't know, but this is what I hear.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, that you do that and then it's
a little bit more microwave. That's not slow. You generally don't do that. If you're slow cooking a brisket,
right?
That's a microwave meal.
Yeah, I mean that's like you get excited. You either take care of yourself or you've got a partner there with you.
Yeah.
Although I have a pretty good rub. I really do, actually.
Glad you're proud of it.
It's legendary.
I mean, it's yours, so I would hope
it is mine.
I would hope.
That was bizarre, and the fact that comes about 2 weeks after you saw some dude at a concert.
Yep,
with porn on his phone.
Yeah, he was at the concert and walked in front of us and playing on his phone, and he held his phone down, and it was like, the hell's on his phone? Oh my!
It is some pretty hardcore stuff.
It was yes. It was
not that you sat there and stared at it for 5 minutes, but I mean,
well, not 5 minutes. Although it was a long movie. I mean, it was still playing, but Everybody in our group took pictures and started sending them out like, you won't believe what we're seeing here, because I've never seen that in public.
Well, no.
Like that.
Again.
And then when I sent you the picture, you sent back going, did you see what kind of porn that was?
Dude, I mean, it was hardcore stuff.
It was one of the, and now you got this in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's crazy town.
So 2 games tonight.
Will there be porn sounds?
Over under. I mean, there's lots of things to bet on. I wonder if they're going to add that into the mix. Although I do think New York might get screwed by the officials tonight. I imagine the Pacers are going to get every call out there.
Pacers are going to win tonight. And I think they're the better team anyway. I still think they're going to win the series. But no OG Anunoby. That's going to hurt. That's one of their big guns. And Jalen Brunson is banged up, although the guy with his heroic performance in game 2. But I could see, not that they would say, yeah, Indiana got this, we're not going to worry about it. But, you're playing with house money if you're the Knicks right now. So if a couple of you guys are banged up, this one's not that important. If you get lucky, you get lucky. If you don't, you don't.
Pledge, have you seen Jalen Brunson in or out for tonight? He was questionable earlier, and I haven't looked lately to see if they've updated his status for tonight's game.
Let me check real quick.
All right, we'll find out. Because part of me wonders if you're without OG, Brunson is not going to be 100% if he plays. You're up 2-0 in the series. Would you be better off resting Jalen tonight and making sure he's ready for game 4? Your chances of winning tonight with Jalen aren't very great. He's in, so he is going to play.
That guy's tough as nails.
Well,
man.
he
Love
is.
It. Love it.
But, man, he is taking some shots. I would not have been surprised, although I get it. If you can play, you can play. And I wonder if it's Jalen saying I'm playing. But if they were to just rest them both, because their chances of winning tonight feel slim to none anyway.
See, there's the difference, right? Because number 2 wouldn't play. Oh, I'm sorry. I stubbed a toe.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought I was hurt, so I'm
you
out for
can't
2
hit
weeks.
Me. I'm trying to take a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's not many like Kawhi NBA play.
Well,
most guys like to get up and go to work,
unless you're LeBron or Anthony Davis, or
although
I don't know. There's a contingent.
Jalen Brunson is trying to become and cement himself in Knicks lore. This might be his Willis Reed type of moment that he plays hurt, leads them to a win tonight in Game 3, and become even more legendary than this playoff run is making him. The fact that there are some out there saying he might be the greatest Knick of all time, which is ridiculous. And, he might end up, if they go win a title, with the greatest playoff run of all time. But him playing hurt tonight and playing through it, especially if he plays well and they win, that will go towards that kind of lore that he is going after. The late game tonight, Denver and Minnesota.
Big game for Denver, obviously. Yeah, they need this one. It's not a must-win, but it's as close as you can get to that, because they need to win this one. They're going to be in trouble if they don't.
They are going to be in trouble. Now, if you go, don't hand me a baby. That's one of the worst things you can do. There is a grandbaby here. One of the reasons you need to come by Tri-County Meat Market, because they got a grandbaby now, and then that grandbaby, needs a good roof over her head.
So Joe doesn't look proud or anything, does he?
Not
look
at all.
That, boy. I tell you what, that's awesome.
All. I am surprised that Jackie has allowed Joe to carry the baby for a minute here. This is highly unusual. Tri-County Meat Market closes at 7:00 tonight. There's still food samples. We've got beer samples. Get on by here. If you can't make it by here tomorrow, tonight, make sure you get out here tomorrow. Because, if you're grilling for mom, you got to have the very best, and no better place than at Tri-County Meat Market. That'll do it for us. It's beer time for us. NBA basketball next here on The Star.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
We all know what UV rays can do to our skin.